Move on now.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Just do it. Oh. Okay.
Sally?
Linus? Yeah, you got the grip, Dusty, you! Mum, did you bring them? What?
What's over there? Yeah, it is a run.
What's he just playing? Was he?
Something to eat? Chips? Donuts?
Okay, can you hear me? All right, thank you and welcome everyone to our annual Indigenous game between the Apollo Bay and Birregurra football netball clubs. My name is Sally Cannon and joining me from Birregurra is Mick Paddock, their president. I'm the president here, so thank you all for coming. I'd first like to start by acknowledging the people of the Gadabanoon, the traditional custodians of the land upon which we play here today. I'd also like to recognise people that have come from far distant lands to make this country their home with hope for the future and goodwill in their hearts. I'd also like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I'd like to welcome any Indigenous people here today and also acknowledge Indigenous players that are playing today or have played for both clubs in the past. Obviously, thank you to Peter Hanlon and to Mick Paddock from the Birregurra Football Netball Club for inviting us to be a part of this special occasion. Thank you. Obviously, this day is not possible without the support of ACONA Australia and the AFL, which gave us the funds to ensure that every player from our under-13 netballers to our senior footballers all get to wear the Indigenous strip. So thank you to those people. Thank you to Joey Chatfield, who I'll shortly be introducing. Joey is the designer of both the Birregurra and the Apollo Bay Indigenous strips, and he's done a fantastic job. Thank you, Joey. I'd like to thank Mix FM and the Colac Herald for their support of this game, and also the CD, FNL and AFL Barwon. Just before I pass over to Joey to perform the Welcome to Country, I'd like to share some words with you. And this is with permission from Gadabanoon traditional owner Ron Arnold. I'm quoting his late mother, Auntie Edna, in a Welcome to Country from 2014. Let us walk softly on this land together as brothers and sisters, remembering that whatever we do to the land we give to our children. During your time in Gadabanoon country, treat the land, the animals and each other with respect. Thank you very much. I'd now like to introduce Eastern Mars Joey Chatfield to perform the Welcome to Country. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. Just probably, can I actually get those so far that, well, let's try to make a U shape so we sort of all feel part of it. A little bit closer. Umpires, we love you. Come forward. Come forward. Umpires, come forward. And just sort of come in a bit more embracive because we want you guys to feel just as much as part of it than the people in the crowd. Thank you. Thanks, Sally. Yeah, my name's Joey Chatfield, the designer of the jumpers. As the second year, it's like when I first designed it. I was very much in love with it, and seeing it again today, irrespective if it's muddy or it's nice and clean for both the football and netballs, I'm so happy to see it again, and everybody else is embracing it. So thank you. I begin today by doing a welcome to country on the lands that we stand here today. The Gunnerman people that form part of the Eastern Mar as the rightful traditional owners and custodians. And thank you also, just to make a mention of John Clark as an Eastern Mar citizen, and thank you for giving me this opportunity as well, John Boyd. I would also like to acknowledge and pay my highest respect to the ancestors, the spirit people, and to my elders of the present, my countrymen and my countrywomen, and those who are here today on this special occasion. I'd also like to acknowledge my great spiritual being, Bunjil, the wedge-tailed eagle, who is the creator of all things and watches over us, to guide us, to continue to teach us, give us cultural strength and belief who we are today. I'd like to pay my respect to our neighbouring tribes, the Guruljan people, the Wadawurrung people, the Jargood Wurrung people, and also our Karairong neighbours, the people of Karairong. I'd also like to welcome everybody here today to share stories, meet new people, to understand the meaning behind this special event, and to show respect to our culture, your culture, as we walk this journey together. Like the back of the jumpers, we are in this together on the same path and direction. This event also falls within NAIDOC Week, as most of you would know, during the week, we're coming to the end of it. But it also, this year's theme is for our elders. Through the Eastern Mar traditional owners and with cultural authorisation, I give consent in support of today's special event between two communities, both Birregurra and Apollo Bay, to play with pride and great spirit. May the best team win. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. So what we're going to do now is get my son Harry. He's going to put the cherry ballad on the fire. Put it all in, Harry. Put it all in. And what we're going to do, our home side, everybody, both netballers and footballers, come through the smoking and reform back to where you come from, and then we'll invite the Birregurra as visitors to come through, and then the umpires, and then we'll do the toss the coin. So please make yourself access. Let's go Birregurra people.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Harry.
Ricky.
Now we'll welcome the Birregurra community, both footballers and netballers.
Harry, will my dad just go to that? Oh, amazing. Is your mum going home?
Now we welcome the umpires. And the two presidents. Thank you very much, and also thank you to those in the crowd. It is a special occasion, not just for us as Aboriginal people, it's for First Nations, but also appreciation of your efforts in a very shit day. But at the same time, you make the effort, and here we are. Thanks, Sally.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you, everyone. I know it's freezing. I can now invite the two captains and the umpires and Aidan Davey, Apollo Bay local Indigenous man, to come forward and toss the coin, please. And the giving of the gifts. Thank you.
Powered by KFC Colac, AKD Softwoods, Sports Power and Kelly Civil Construction. This is CDFNL Live.
Yes, we are here at Apollo Bay. The smoking ceremony is just completed here for the Indigenous game, but it's Apollo Bay versus Birregurra. What is a big game? Apollo Bay trying to win their first game of the season, while Birregurra going along beauty, trying to keep their top 3 hopes alive, of course, given how even the premiership race. They're currently sitting fourth. They're sitting at 8-3, with obviously depending on with the percentage behind Illawarra Bag, and that's a big game too at Wawowie Recreation Reserve this afternoon. Between them and the Cats, of course, but we're about to preview this big game here this afternoon between the Saints, who travelled down there to the Hawks. Ground conditions were, as you can imagine, it's been very, very wet here down in Victoria the last couple of weeks. So much to say it was going to be a dry winter, according to the weather experts, but they've proven wrong yet again, AJ. But on the Stefcom stats, who are we predicting who could have a massive day in these conditions?
Oh, Kane Learson always is an important player, Drew, regardless of the conditions. He's such a class above. He's a terrific player. I'm looking forward to Andrew Kelly as well, Drew. Played his 400th game a couple of weeks ago, so I want a big game from him. Joel Haywood on the Stevcom stat sheet is always a very busy performer across mainly the back flank these days, Drew. Doesn't do a lot of ruck work. Looking forward to the game of Ben Matheson, Indy Paddock and the Birregurra Rucks. On the Apollo Bay side, they'll have a keen ruck duel against Marshall McDonald. He's a big man, and I'm looking forward to the debutant for Apollo Bay today, Drew, Xavier Bubbaker Smith. So he's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on today. And a couple of number changes. Benjamin Rippon on Apollo Bay in number 45 today. Jack Neville in number 16. And Ashton Harrison, son of a gun, number 36 for the Bay.
So there is a few number changes, that is for shortly. Maxie, you just went onto the ground for that smoking ceremony that took place. I could imagine it'd be it'll be a heavy 20 out there at the moment.
No, the ground conditions are pretty tough. If I stuck my keys in there, Richie, I'd lose my keys. The ground would just suck it up. Smoking ceremony was pretty good, and you get that wafted burn-off smell. Remember in my top 5 a few weeks ago, smells of local footy? I'm in heaven at the moment. You know what Emily said back in the studio to us?
Emily.
Listeners to hear this. So Emily does a fantastic job back in the studio. We love her. But she sits there and watches the stream, and she was saying she was getting gratitude about watching everyone freezing while she's in a warm studio.
I hate to say it, Maxie, she's in control of the buttons.
I know,
she can put it off.
Put us off air. Put on some Taylor Swift on us.
That's right.
I just thought I'd let the people know about that. She does a great job. But actually, I sort of feel now, because we're in the warm box today too.
We are, yes.
We've decided to we've actually abandoned our Mix FM trailer because the rain was just going straight into it, and it was about 2 degrees. Yes. So we're in the old scoreboard, as I like to call it, the Michael Harrison stubby collection place.
There is a few, isn't there?
Because Harrow comes in here and has a few stubbies while watching the footy. I'll tell you what, it feels like he's just had a 21st in here. He's packed full of them.
He's turned back.
Empties, empties, yeah. Harrow.
He's popped his head in, which is good to see.
Just what we could read in the footy record today, which is a really good read. And you did well, went one-on-one with the young gun Micah Robb from Elvie. Having a fantastic season he's having. He's a very, very good Marnie Medal chance this year, Micah Robb.
He's a ripper. It's just they've got a few players that at Elvie probably stand out a bit more and probably don't notice them as much. But I'd say best and fairest wise, he'd be up there
Absolutely.
for him. I reckon it'll be interesting. There's a few good ones. It's going to be a good count again this year. I think Levi was everyone's unanimous favourite last year, but I reckon we've got a good handful, 6 players. Like Campbell Floyd, start of the year, was really, really good. And as you said, he got a few from Elvie. They win games, they might share the load a bit. Lincoln, Levi, and then Micah Robb.
Imps is probably a lot similar vote to Elvie in there, because there's a lot of
Lucas will get a few.
Campbell Scott's another one there. Campbell Tannis is having a really, really good last
season. Kane Learson will poll a few votes, and then Ryan Williams at Lawn as well too. So
definitely, yep.
Interesting count, and I think we'll start to probably look a bit more further in depth at that as the season goes on, but. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game because the sun's out now. It's right in front of our eyes, glaring on that glass. We're not used to having glass in front of us. And, the rain, don't worry, it'll be back and it'll be a miserable afternoon. It's going to be like that all afternoon. But it'll be all right. As I said, if this game ends up being the 190-20 game that they had early in the year, I've got some good dad jokes lined up.
This could go anywhere.
We might be building up on my Westlake series as well too.
Series 2, Drew?
Yeah.
I'll do a few movie reviews while we're at it, so don't worry. Might not just be a local footy commentary today. It might be a bit of mixed brekkie bagged into it as well.
With Lippy and
with Maxie.
Maxie. You audition for the 2024 for trying to replace them, are you?
No one replaced those two.
What do you
legends.
reckon? Wheat Bix and a bit of milk, Maxie, for breakfast?
Oh,
Maxi?
yeah, a bit of poached egg on top of it.
Poached eggs. Avo? Smashed avo?
Smashed avo, yeah.
Yeah, so very, very interesting. The Birregurra are out on the ground, have been on the ground for probably for a long time.
Well, they had to stand there for 15 minutes. They would have almost done a hamstring.
Yeah, umpires have just walked out, and Apollo Bay, can you blame it? It's still in the rooms, really, when you think
Umpires wearing Indigenous tops as well, too,
which is
from
fantastic.
AFL Bar.
It was great to see all grades, Maxi, wearing them. You know, the juniors as well, so it was terrific.
Yeah, great to see, obviously, the lot, not only because it's NAIDOC week across Australia, but obviously a lot of leagues have caught up with the Indigenous. Guernsey, we saw Port Fairy wear theirs a couple of weeks ago when they beat Warrnambool by 100 points, if you don't mind that. And I've seen North Warrnambool wearing theirs today, again, for the game against Camperdown. And they look really, really good. So it's going to be quite fascinating to see where they go there, because it's a big game today. There's a big game, big games all across the court this afternoon. The umpires this afternoon in the Wintry Day, we've got Linda Knight, Liam McCullough and Mark Robb are umpires this afternoon for...
Linda was out in the MCG on Sunday.
Yeah, and young Tatey was out there too, I did see.
Colac Umpires Association was doing the Auskick halftime games.
Great stuff.
Of the blockbuster game between Carlton and Hawthorn. Because Carlton are back because of beating two sides that were...
Was Ernie the tractor driver from Forest up and about? The Blues.
55-5 up at half-time or something.
Yeah, I literally turned it off, watched the VFL, and saw it all in dust up with Gun and Jack.
That was interesting, wasn't it, Drew?
Yeah, I know, but it was very, very bizarre. But anyway...
I went to 2 games last weekend, actually. I went to 2 FNL games, and I had... Well, the Sunday game was the standalone, but it's just up the road from where I live. But I went to see Thompson and Inverleigh. So you got a suburb team versus a town team, and it was a good. The football game was pretty good, but the crowd, I was a little bit struck about that. We generally have a bigger crowd. Like today's, you can't really tell because it's really cold. But last Saturday was a nice Saturday afternoon. I was a little bit taken back on how little the crowd was in that league. And then on Sunday I went to Belmont Lions versus Anarchy, again another suburb versus town, a standalone Indigenous game. It was pretty pretty big event for the Belmont Lions, a good crowd, but I still reckon our Otway Western Eagles type crowds are a lot bigger, so we do pretty well in the CDFNL, just from a 1 week. And you got to think too, there was no other football leagues played in Geelong, no GFL or BFL. The Cats played Friday night. There was no VFL as well too. So, everyone could have gone to the game. So I reckon we're doing pretty well here in Colac.
Yeah, totally agree with that. The Borough no rush doing the toss, really, when you think of it. They're still doing their warm-ups as we speak. Might do a tip margin first goal kicker, because that's all we can talk about at the moment. We'll start with you, AJ Brady. Yeah, I think you're pretty obviously we're all going for Beery, I would have thought.
Well, I am. Yeah, I am. I'll go Beery 35 points, Drew, and I'll go Kane Learson to kick the first goal.
Maxie, what about you?
I'm going to go... Birregurra will win this game by 66 points, and Campbell Floyd will kick the first goal.
Beery for me by 30. I'm going for a weird number here, 34 points.
Okay, that's one less than me, Drew.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm going to go for a roughie to kick the first goal. He doesn't kick too many goals. Andrew Kelly. I'm going to go for this.
Drewy Kelly, the legend.
Yeah, but
he's in the long sleeves today.
Yeah, there's a lot of them wearing the long sleeves today. Pretty much understandably so, given how cold it is out there.
I'd be wearing a jacket while playing out there today too. Goal umpires wearing caps. They should be wearing beanies. Jock Hillgrove, you're listening. Umpires on a day like today should be wearing beanies. Stuff the rules. Stuff the laws or the game or whatever you call it. What is it? The
spirit of the game.
Spirit of the game. Spirit of the game is you wear whatever you need to be warm.
Yeah, I totally agree. Around the grounds, thanks to Think Water game underway in the AFL at the Gabba. The Brisbane Lions are 1-1-7 West Coast yet to score. Jasper Fletcher, son of Adrian, the great Adrian Fletcher, kicked the opening goal.
Now, Brisbane have had the highest score kicked against them since 1992 by the great Geelong side, and they're still the great Geelong side. Surely in the locker rooms this week they go, we can rectify history here. We could do it. We could outdo that score today if we really click into gear. Joe Danaher snags 15. Charlie Cameron gets off his Harley Davidson and snags 8. Surely that Brisbane Lions can do it.
Yeah.
Sydney did it 2 weeks ago and they're not that great. Brisbane are actually my flag favourites. I reckon Brisbane will win it this year. Yeah. And this is the sort of game where they could kick the 35, 39 goals they can beat and finally get rid of that. I don't want it to happen, but there's never going to be an opportunity for Brisbane Lions to do it again until today. At the Gabba, right in the pecking. And West Coast have players out still. So You know, we all like a big cricket score sometimes.
Be interesting to see, Maxie. Of course, yeah, as you mentioned, the Swans topped the 200 a couple of weeks ago, which was a big surprise. But, yeah, big win.
What are we expecting from Apollo Bay today, boys? Obviously, they're going through down the rebuilding path, so to speak.
I want to see just a bit of fight, Drew. Just, you know, get your hands on the footy, get a few possessions on the Stevcom stat
Young
sheet.
side, though. Look at the Birregurra side, though, boys. They've got, like, some big bodies in there. Ollie Butler, Andrew Kelly, Tommy Cotton. These are players that have played in these conditions a lot. And then you got these young sides. We even saw it a few weeks ago at Otway when the heavens turned there at Jellybrand, and the bigger bodies at Otway they took over, and they just couldn't compete with them. And I just, you know, the scoring will be a bit lower, well, a lot lower than it probably would be on a dry day, but they're going to outmuscle them pretty easy, and it's going to be a pretty tough afternoon for Apollo Bay. I don't know what their tactic is going into these games. Will they play you can't even like prepare for it to play a slow possession game or anything like that. You just contested footy. Birregurra should win this, and for 15 years Birregurra have been the wet weather specialists. You know, they played all those finals against Aurora Beck when they beat them, always on a wet pitch, and then the grand final was a dry day and they lose. So they've had this stigma, well not stigma, but they've had this, you know, aura about them that they've always been a wet weather side, Birregurra, and I'm not expecting them to drop off anything today. It's just they're not going to win the 26 goals to 3. They're probably going to, I can probably see maybe a 15-goal to 2-goal win today.
Yeah, AJ?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, Drew, but looking forward to what the dynamics are going to be with Matheson and Paddock. It's the first time we've seen them in the same side, Drew, so I'm going to be really interested to see. Maybe they'll split it with the ruck work 50-50 between the two. Indy Paddock's been super in the ruck this year. I mean, he was our East Hotel player of the game a few weeks ago. He has been magnificent, and I'll be interested to see what maybe big Matho could play down the forward line, Drew.
Yeah, you could potentially. They're probably not a bad idea to flip the magnets around and Waterford. Are you surprised that we don't see that very often, any more often in the CDFNL?
Remember that time at Birregurra, Maxie, Big Tree McCormack, the ruckman, stood in the goal square and kicked 7 goals?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
We don't see that.
No,
often,
we don't.
Not often these days like we normally see in footy. So Apollo Bay been in the position for a couple of minutes now. Birregurra just getting into there. Given their last-minute instructions from Kane Leeson, of course.
And the sun's gone, clouds cover, and it's night-time footy here at Apollo Bay. They had the lights on during the reserves, didn't they, AJ?
They did. Let's see a bit more of that in the seniors. Yeah, flick them on.
Probably not a bad idea. So we're just about set to go here. It is the Indigenous game, of course, in appalling conditions between a side that is very, very young and a premiership contender for season 2023.
Yeah, looking forward to it, Drew.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be very, very good indeed. Well, hopefully Apollo Bay can give Apollo Bay a red hot crack.
So Big Matho is in the ruck today to start things off with for Birregurra, Drew.
And we've got Pilsy doing the centre bounce to kick things off this afternoon. And away we go. Apollo Bay versus Birregurra. The road to the finals begins. McDonald pretty much uncontested who's going to call it back, and pretty much today on a day like this, it's very, very hard to get a gauge because you're tipping damaging wins. Max is doing a record on everybody. One down by Matheson. Coming through that on that occasion there is Rowan. He gets the kick away up towards centre half forward. Bouncing football, Ashton Harrison over the top of the footy. Dragged it in, but umpire's going to give him a little bit of leeway this afternoon, which I think you have to.
Definitely, Drew. Definitely.
On a day like today. Waste no time, balls it up. Matheson, the tap. McDonald couldn't quite take it. Here's Parker. Still think he's going to hold a massive key towards the finals this year. Coming out to Bolsh. Gets the hand pass away, Collins. Gee, that is, it's more of a hurricane here at the moment. It is rain. It's absolutely teeming down. It is blowing an absolute gale here. Coming through now, Paddock. Can't pick up the footy cleanly. Getting back in defence now, Hudson Harrison. And a free kick being picked out, and it'll go to the Hawks. So it'll be taken here. Gee, it is
difficult to see, Drew.
It is difficult to see. It's actually hailing here at the moment as we speak, so we'll try our best.
5 minutes ago it was sun.
Coming there, Parker, who shanked the kick. Parker has a shot for goal. Holds up in the breeze. Cockrell getting in front. Couldn't quite bring down the mark. Front centre was Collins. Gives it off the hand now. Shot for goal for Withers. I tell you what, it's going to go close, but the breeze has definitely caught it. And it's through for the opening score in the afternoon. The Greg Allen farm machinery score, but they're one behind 1 point. Apollo Bay yet to score, and they quickly brought back into play. Brew Goodland sends it out of the fence. Good kick. And the mark being taken here by Rippon. So Rippon up the grounds. He goes inboard. And here's Tristan Smith. Has it in the centre ground, goes for a little stroll. He has no one to kick to. He holds up in the breeze again. He sends it inside 50. Here's a chance for the Hawks to get a score on the board. Arnold did well. Kept the ball afloat to Hayward. Switches a hand pass out wide. And the Saints are going to clear it out of the fence here now. A high kick by Cotton towards the centre of the ground's okay. Parker traps on the half volley. Paddock nearly did a back Djokovic because his Wimbledon's on at the moment. Arnold went to ground. Picked up by Smith. He's wrapped up there by Leeson, but good enough to get the kick away. Ball still on the dispute. Good tackle there by Butler. And we'll get a ball up in the centre of the ground, which 1-0. We have played 2 minutes, 20 seconds in this first quarter.
He's a Marnie look too, Ollie Butler. Umpire throws it back in, up. Paddock wins the tap out. Parker with the hand pass. Gets it to Jimmy Rowan. Rowan kicks forward. Looking for Collins. Couldn't get him. Here's a chance now for Ashton Harrison. Backwards hand pass over top to Nelson. He's tackled by Collins. Ball up on centre wing. So Birregurra with the only score so far this afternoon. 1 point to nothing. Could be a soccer scoreline this afternoon, I reckon. Marshall McDonald wins the tap out. Chance here again for Rowan. Kick though. Off hands. Goes on towards the 50 though for the Saints. Comes out to McDonald. Got the hand pass out. Looking for Smith. Couldn't go to the football. Rowan sort of traps him here. Chance here now for the Hawks. Again. Paddock, Learson in the long sleeves, kicks at the centre half forward. Paddock couldn't take the mark. Paddles it forward here. Here's a look for the Saints. Here's Campbell Floyd. Can he kick the opener? Who had him? It's going to go out of bounds on the full.
No, it's still
in play. Oh.
That wind is definitely causing some havoc out there.
He had a decent snap, and then the wind just stopped it like the wind smothered that footy.
It did.
And it's gone out of bounds, and it'll be about throwing deep in Birregurra's forward 50. We've gone 3.5 minutes, and I'm already thinking this is going to be a not great game.
A difficult day at the office, Maxie.
Well, we'll try our best to keep this.
We will. I still smell that smoke. Though.
Yeah,
we'll keep it be as entertaining as we can be. Ball on the ground. And we'll get another ball up here as well.
That smoke's really wafting, isn't it, Drew?
40 metres out from goal. Attacking here for Birregurra, kicking with the Town in his first term. It's pretty chockers in Town driving through earlier today. Smith kick was smart off the boot. Learson ran over the top of the footy. Paddock throws in a big body there, but doing well on that occasion there was Nelson. He fires out a quick hand pass here. Harrison can't pick the darn thing up. Kicked out of the congestion there by Brew Goodland. Well trapped in the air by Arnold. His kick was smart off the boot. McDonald puts in his big body. Rippon tried to put his thread over the footy, which he did really well against two Saints. Sacks on the middle on this occasion again, and we'll get another ball up, which we'll think we'll see a lot of them here this afternoon here.
Definitely, Drew. The hit-out numbers will be huge, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll try and ask you about what the record is actually for the most hit-outs in the game. The quick kick out there from the Bay, I think it might have been Smith, and Jimmy Rowan takes the mark. Been told to go, and up to the talent, that's holding the footy. I reckon that's holding the footy. He took one on too many. Well played there from Apollo Bay. So free kick will be taken there. Jimmy Rowan's not the easiest guy to bring to ground. Good kick inboard. And the mark being taken here by Dylan West. He has it in the centre of the ground. Centre wing, I should say. Kick was smothered off the boot. Ball still on the dispute here. Here's an opportunity now with Parker. Good handball inside now to Collins. Collins gaps it inside 50 to that little... It's a little like an ice skating ring out there at the moment. Well played in the end by Nelson. Fires at a hospital hand pass really in hope. Good umpiring now. Put the whistle to them out here. No pro opportunity. Ball pin. We'll get a ball up at 30 out from goal. It feels like today it's about 50 out. Given how heavy the ball will be later on. Ball thrown up. The base somehow trying to get out of it. Smith again been busy early. Just a hat kick forward and hope really. And it's been intercepted here by the General. Ollie Butler marks about 45 metres out from goal. This will take a massive kick against...
6 kicks from goal today, Drew.
So has a shot for now, Ollie Butler. What can he do here with the breeze? 50 metres out. It's good perch trace on the kick. It lands about 5 metres out. Lands in the goal square. Nearly landed a couple of Bury players' laps there. Mortimer around the footy there too. There's about 30 players trying to scavenge it from this footy. Gee, that's a heavy tackle laid there. Play-on's the call, and we'll get a ball up out of all this. So it's 1-0. 6.5 gone on the Richardson's Real Estate Time Clock. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. This is the first quarter on FNL Live this afternoon, thanks to AKD Softwoods.
Umpire throws it up 2 metres out from the Saints goal. It's into the goal square here. Big pack of mud. Chancey now through Kangas, kicks it out of defence. And they've got the run here to try and get it out of defensive 50. They're on the centre
Candy.
wing. Sells a bit of candy there, but it's going to be trapped. Again, Butler, the general, sends it inside the forward 50.
Yes.
There's a player loose in the right forward pocket.
And I think you'll find that's Campbell Floyd.
Campbell Floyd's got it. Repeat, AJ, thanks to Stevcom, who picked him to kick the first goal.
No comment.
So Campbell Floyd in the right forward pocket. I don't know about this, though.
It was you, Maxie, by the way.
Well, that's true.
It's a tough kick, though, from these conditions today.
Anyway, I reckon the easiest kick would be 5 metres out directly in front. Floyd comes in, and he has missed it. I picked him to kick the first actual score. I know Wilder's got that. So Birregurra 2 behind 2 points. Apollo Bay yet the score. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard. And this is going to be a tough afternoon. Here's son of the gun, Hudson Harrison. He goes to sell the candy. He drops the footy.
Oh, no.
Chancing now through Collins. And he snagged it. Is it?
Yep.
Darcy Collins kicks the first goal of the afternoon. It's a goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
You might have to go with that because I don't know if we're going to get too many goals. Birregurra get the first for the afternoon. They're 1-2-8 on the old Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Apollo Bay yet the score. We'll run through some scores around the grounds thanks to Thinkwater. Imps are 1 goal straight, leading Illawarra Biak yet the score. Elvie 1-2-8. Western Eagles 1 behind. Nothing from South Colac and nothing from Lorne just yet.
So, yeah, some good reward for that one there.
So the hit-out record draw on the Stevcom stat sheet, Levi Dare last year was 63.
Thank you that. Goal 91 and senior 40 for Darcy Collins and goal number 20 for 2023, having another very good year. The skipper, Butler, trying to put his head over the footy like he did. McDonald in the nunner for the contest as well. One a lot, rain starting to fall. I think we're going to get a fair few more throughout the course of the afternoon. Apollo Bay go forward again. Haywood could get wrapped up by a couple of Hawks and they rocket in inside 50. And we'll get a ball up. Definitely some good signs early, though, for the Hawks.
They're battling, Drew.
So Lyndon Knight gets us underway, throws the thing up. McDonald wins to tap. Kelly, these conditions are tailor-made for him. Cunnington wraps up a Apollo Bay player and a good tackle. Umpire just says, give it to me and I'll throw it up. Tough kick for the umpires today in these conditions.
Sure. Yep.
I know the players are going to go through the same thing, but the umpires going to get their money's worth, that's for sure, this afternoon. The 224s in the ruck doing battle. Matheson, Floyd, no, it's not coming out whatsoever. I'm going to get a ball up. Up it goes again. Matheson beating that time of McDonald. It's a good one tap too. Here's Rippon. Just sort of threw it and the umpire was blindsided. Coming through on an occasion was Bolsh to Andrew Kelly. Sends the ball forward to the centre of the ground. It's a good mark by Parker. Quickly dishes it off to the goal kicker in Collins. Gets the hand pass out wide to Leeson. Leeson just slabs it on the boot as far as he can in these conditions. Goes towards the right half forward flank. Looking that time for the player there in Cockerell. And the ball has gone over the line and has beaten him and we'll get a boundary throw in. About 50 around from the Birregurra goal. Like I said, kicking to this town in his first term, which is covered in rain and cloud. On the other side of the ground is blue sky, which will be the story of the afternoon here this afternoon. We're looking at the waves. It's pretty rough out there, as you can imagine, today. Paddock wins the tap down. Gee, that's kicking in danger. All if I've ever seen one. Andrew Kelly nearly had his hand broken. He put the slipper in pretty hard. So Kelly plays on, sends it inside 50. That's a good kick, but reading it well at the pack. No mark taken. Ball spills to ground and comes out now to Ashton Harrison. He just banks the ball and hope really out towards the centre wing position. And their players want to deliver, but geez, cutting a bit of slack on a day like today.
Definitely.
We'll get a band with throwing right in front, not too far from where we're going to call from the van, but luckily, the Apollo Bay Football Nipper Club have looked after us today and have set us in the old scoreboard. We've got the heaters on here this afternoon. Boundary throw in. McDonald wins the tap down. Kicked out of the congestion there was Roger Norker. Over the top of the footy again. Players going in half of the footy, as you can imagine. Bolsh did well through traffic to Parker. To Andrew Kelly, snaps around the corner, it's okay. Mortimer marks, he quickly dishes it off to Leeson. Leeson kicks towards the right pocket. Cockerell held on to him, should have got a free kick. Umpire said play on, still in the forward pocket here for the Saints. They're still in dispute there, but coming through there, well tackled, that's holding the footy. Great forward pressure there, Tom, from the key forward, and Cockerell there did brilliantly there. He did not give up. And Harry Cockrell will have a shot for goal. We're right behind him. He'll kick from about 25 out on the slightest of angles here this afternoon, AJ.
It's actually a tough shot in these conditions, Drew, but he's a noted goal kicker, so it'll be interesting to see what he does here. What would you do here, Drew? Do you reckon just bang it?
Just kick a drop punch. Just tap it in.
Just tap it. Tap it. Tap, tatty.
Don't have to kick it too hard. That's what he did, and that's perfect.
Yeah, well done.
Kicks his 26th goal for 2023. Harry Cockrell having a very good season, and it's the Golden A contender, and Berry get their second.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He's becoming a very likely top in the forward line this year,
sure.
Harry Cockrell. He can leap, he can kick, he take a very good grab, and that's what he's shown. And like that, some really good forward pressure as well. They go to 2-2-14 on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Apollo Bay yet to score. We play 12.5 minutes on the Richardson's Real Estate time clock. First quarter, all thanks to AKD Softwoods this afternoon here from Apollo Bay.
1 goal apiece at Wawowie Recreation Reserve, thanks to Thinkwater, Illawarra, Biak and Colac Imperials. LV 21 leading the Eagles 2. South Colac and Lawn, just do the scoring. Come on, guys, we're in round 12. Back in the middle now, Marshall McDonald wins the tap out, comes out now to Jimmy Rowan, sends the ball forward. Kangas have got the lead here for Apollo Bay. He's going to pick it up at half-back. Sells a bit of candy, but he tries to get out of the tackle. Surely that's holding the footy, but let it go. Mortimer puts it inside the forward 50. Cockrell couldn't take the mark. Ground level, here's a chance now. Nelson, big kick.
Well done.
Good mark in the middle there for Apollo Bay. Ash gets it over the top. They send it down the spine, the centre half forward for Apollo Bay. They go inside the forward 50 for the first time this afternoon. Though numbers are with Birregurra. Russell sends it out. Kick, sorry, it was Davis. And it's gone out of bounds in the boundary throw. And it was actually a pretty good kick. But then the wind just went, I'm going to push that out of bounds on the full. So free kick will go to Apollo Bay.
Mother Nature's definitely come with us with a vengeance this afternoon.
She's pissed off today. If you do something wrong, AJ, overnight.
Yeah, so much.
We've had earthquakes in the last few weeks in Victoria. Now all of a sudden it's damaging winds. It felt like a hurricane.
So Apollo Bay, we're going to go inside the forward 50, but the kick went about 10 metres. About 55 out from goal here. Cashman's there. Good work for Birregurra. Stacks on this one. And it'll be another ball up. No, umpire's letting it go.
Ball up.
So it'll be another ball up here. Big Matheson up against McDonald. It's a good little battle in the ruck here. Linda Knight puts the ball up. McDonald wins the tap out. Floyd's there, Campbell style. So Ethan's out for the remainder of the season. Tackled in the ground there was Birregurra player. And it'll be another ball up. So 55 out from goal. McDonald up against Matheson. McDonald knocks it inside the forward 50 there. And again, everyone stacks on this one. Ball slips out. Chance here again for Weathers. Got the hand pass out. He's going to go in for seconds. Hand pass again smothered. Back to Butler. Goes by hand. And the Saints are on here, Drewy.
They are indeed. Forwards kick in the middle of the ground. Just clean bowled. Everyone took all three stumps out of the ground, but kept the ball afloat there and had a fresh air shot. All three goes in one hit.
It's a part of the spirit of the game, Drew.
I suppose you're on a wet day like today. You got to let that go. I think I feel for all the coaches just go back to basic and throw everything out of the cot, that's for sure. Ball's gone into the other side to near the grandstand. This is Ash, not sure what to do with it. Gets a hand pass away now to Lug. Lug's kick up towards the outer side of the ground. To get 2 against 1, Kangas in pursuit of the footy. Oh, missed the ball completely there was Cashman. Didn't cash in on that one. Cashman goes back in there for seconds again, sort of like Cameron Munster pushed it to Rowan. It'll work though nonetheless. Comes out now to Butler. Butler now has it, picks it up, goes inside 50 with a kick. Going up high there was Leeson, couldn't quite take the mark. Goes on, some good pressure. Cockrell lays a very good tackle. Pilots the call, good umpiring. Cockrell still on dispute for the footy. It's a good contest at the moment, holding the footy being picked out. He took about 3 of them on. He had the ball for about half an hour, did Hudson Harrison. And the free kick will go to Birregurra. Hand pass near to Leeson. Oh, gets her out of traffic. 40 metres out. Check sides to kick to centering ball, really, when you think of it. It's gone to about 40 out from goal. Picked up by Lug. Good handball under pressure. Or Hayward coming very, very hard. About a fresh air shot. Piles the call there. Geez, Apollo Bay going in left, right and centre at the moment. It's sort of like British Bulldogs at the moment. Everyone wants to have a piece of the action. Coming out now and taking the kick that time there was Gray. Going out towards the outer side. Not sure what's happened there, but the Parker's taken the mark there nonetheless. So Parker now, there's about 100 players inside the 450. Everyone wants a piece of the action. That's a beautiful kick. Cockrell couldn't quite take the mark. Dropped a pretty easy mark. Really. On a day like today, I think it's pretty hard. I think it's pretty harsh from myself, really, to think that. Here's an opportunity now again. Ashton Harrison pumps the ball along towards centre wing. Ash coming through there, ripping a good heavy play there. Comes out now. Birregurra go back inside 50 once again. Underneath it there, Paddock coming from the side and took a very good mark. Class Harvest centre mark of the day. Not easy to do in these types of conditions there as well. We had a good leap on him, got up very high and booked down a really good grab. He was not confident taking the shot. But Indy Paddock there was just coming in there, took a great grab. So he has the opportunity. He was very good against South a few weeks ago, and he liked the moment it left the boot. And Birregurra get their third, and it's a goal of the day contender to Indy Paddock.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He's having a very, very good year, Indy Paddock, I reckon. This is probably having his best season as it's coming into the kicks. He's just his 20th goal in senior footy. That's his 7th goal for the year. And it takes him on to 3-2-20. Birregurra on the Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Apollo Bay get the score. We played 17.5 minutes on the Richardson's Real Estate Time Clock. First quarter, all thanks to AKD Softwoods this afternoon.
Feeling every one of those minutes, I reckon, at the moment. The sun's bathing the Apollo Bay now.
Indy Paddock, he had a big pre-season, Drew, didn't he? He got really fit, so he's in tip-top nick, the old Indy, and he's in sensational form. It's really paid off for him this year, which is great to see, and he's been a real stalwart of this club for a number of years.
I think the ball went pretty much nearly went to the brew house.
It's a lawn, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon.
Colac Imperials 2 straight, 12. Illawarra Beck 1-1-7. LV 5-3-33. Eagles 2 behinds, 2 points. Think water around the grounds. Again, shout out to South Colac and Lawn. Please put on the apps and start doing your scores. Ring to round 12. Seem to be an uphill battle every week to do these. All right. So young Liam's going to throw the footy back up. There's a mud pit there in the centre circle there. And as Marshall McDonald wins the tap out, Parker comes off hands. Chance now for Ash. Kick. Bouncing ball to centre half forward for Apollo Bay. It's back on ground level. Both sides really hunting. And I tell you what, they're going to be covered in mud, plastered in mud in the next 10 minutes. And it's going to be another ball up. So Matheson up against McDonald again. Matheson that time wins the tap out. Kelly's lurking there for Birregurra. Another Stacks on there again. And it'll be a ball up. We're about 60 out from Apollo Bay's goal. Pressing just slightly. Matheson wins the tap out. Floyd's there. He's tackled straight away. He wanted it in the back. Umpire's letting it go. Kelly's got the footy again for Birregurra. He's tackled. It'll be a ball up. They're just rugby spurging it towards their forward 50, Apollo Bay. McDonald knocks it about 10 metres forward. Chance here for Butler. He's already been impressive in this first quarter for Birregurra. Kicks it to centre wing. Chance now for Harrison. Hand pass towards the boundary line. Mortimer's there for Birregurra. Butler's there as well. Tackled over the line. Boundary throwing. Would have jumped into that commentary box there if we had it open, those two boys. And it'll be a ball in. Centre wing here at Apollo Bay.
Sort of like the prop in the state of origin, Nolly Butler. Boundary throw-in to take place here once again. Boundary throw-in.
Oh, didn't ever make this?
Nah, yeah, pretty hard to be a boundary umpire on a day like today, AJ. I would have thought they get their money's worth, as I said. And we're going to do it all over again.
Yeah, very tricky conditions. Extremely windy, Drew, isn't it?
Yeah, not the best day to play footy, but you're going to play in any conditions, I guess. And we're going to do it all over once again here too. The sun's back out.
It is.
Sun's out, rain, repeat. That's all we can say about that at the moment. Floyd, well tackled there by Smith. And we are going to do it all over again here at the moment. So 3-2 plays nothing. We have played 20.5 minutes in this first quarter on the Richardson's Real Estate Time Clock. Butler again been busy. Kick was smothered. Kelly, that's holding the footy. He took one on too many. Well done by Tristan Smith. Been very good early for the Hawks. He has it now on centre wing, but no one really to kick to. He decides to set her about the poor kick. Butler dropped the mark. It was good defensive work. McDonald come barging through. Applying some good pressure. Kelly. Paddock. Good handball over the top. Backwards to Floyd. He's sold some candy. Well done there, Campbell Floyd. Hacks the kick forward and it's gone about 50 metres the other way. Over the top of the footy again. That time there was Kangas.
He wanted to kick it down the line, didn't he? But it went right.
Yeah, that westerly breeze definitely playing some havoc this afternoon.
Ball up on the 50 for Birregurra. McDonald wins the tap out for Apollo Bay, though. Butler knows for seconds. So chance now for Ash. He just bangs the ball forward.
Oh, good mark.
Good mark there on centre wing for Apollo Bay.
That's a great grab.
He's taken that one.
Paddy Lugg.
Paddy Lugg. He's been all right, hasn't he, early? He's put his head over the footy. So Paddy Lug on centre wing for the Hawks. He's one already that's covered in mud at the moment. Hard to read those numbers. Goes in short and finds Ash again. So he's going to quickly play on. He's been lively. Goes to centre half forward. Not going to drop short. Here's Clearson. This way, that way. Gets around his opponents. Kicks up to centre half forward here. Davis is lurking there for Birregurra. That's not Mickey. Wish he came back though, Mickey. Not a good play there by a teammate. There's a chance now for Kangas. Kangas picks up the footy. Quick hand pass over his head though. It's going to be stolen. Here's a chance now for Birregurra. Paddock's got the football now. Goes inbound to Kelly. Kelly puts it in the right forward pocket. Wing sort of stopped that ball a bit there. Still inside the forward 50 for Birregurra. It's going to go out of bounds. Boundary throw. They want deliberate.
Don't know why.
And they're not going to get it. And it'll be a boundary throwing inside the forward 50. Your Sun Bay, the Polo Bay. What are you talking about? Bad weather, boys. It's a beautiful day here. Get a tan out there.
Yeah, that's a windy day too. The wind has definitely settled down, but I think it'll say that probably 10 minutes will probably do the opposite of what it's doing now. Kelly through traffic just thumps the kick ball into the right forward pocket. Gee, that's a good mark from Paddock. I think it might have been again. Class up, set a mark of the day. Come from nowhere. Had the good run of it. Had about 5 or 6 players and he just jumped over the top and took an absolute beauty. Having another good start, Indy Paddock. Definitely tough kick, though, from the right forward pocket. 25 metres out. And this kick, as I said, not easy on a day like today. So he comes in there, Indy Paddock. Can he deliver? Tell you what, that's not a bad effort. That is a ripping effort.
On the siren, too, I think.
What a goal that was from Indy Paddock, and that's the goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Right on the quarter-time siren from Indy Paddock. He went back and took a great grab. Then he went back and kicked a very good goal from a very tricky angle. And at quarter-time, Indy Paddock has got his second. And rare for him, he's kicked multiple goals in the game. They go to 4-2-26 at quarter-time. Apollo Bay yet to score. Cockrell and Collins, the other goal kickers in the game so far. We'll take a break here on FNL Live. Back with the second quarter to this Indigenous game from a very, very soggy Apollo Bay. It is Birregurra 4-2-26. Apollo Bay yet to score.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live.
One of the nation's biggest rural property sellers, Ray White, has the knowledge and marketing skills to sell your farm. Talk to Alistair or Toby at Ray White Camperdown and Colac to see how they can help you. Ray White, the Mix FM Business of the Month.
CMTP was born out of humble beginnings in a Colac backyard in 1976. Today, they're still proud to call Colac home. CMTP is Australia's largest pallet manufacturing company, doing business on a national scale with 13 sites across Australia, and they're proudly local and family owned. CMTP would like to thank their wonderful employees and community for their efforts with all the challenges over the past few years. To discover all the great things about CMTP, visit cmtp.com.au.
The sowing season is fast approaching. If your current seed drill isn't up to the task, then take a look at a new Seedhawk seed drill from Class Harvest Centre, Swain and McCabe Colac. You'll find a limited number of Seedhawks at this year's price, meaning big savings for you and time saved on the land. Beat the price rise and secure your new Seedhawk seed drill. See the team at Class Harvest Centre, Swain and McCabe Colac today.
Ask Tim Boom Motors about your next used or new car. With access to leading brands and popular makes and models, they'll find the best car for you with a good deal on your trade-in too. Friendly sales and service for over 70 years. Tim Boom Motors. They look after you. LMCT 2032.
Hi, it's Lachlan Veal here from Victorian Group Training. Are you in Year 12 and looking to take a gap year next year? We have multiple host employers and vacancies coming up in 2024. Head to vgtc.org.au or contact the office to make a time for a chat.
Victorian Group Training. The Ball and Chain, at home in Simpson for over 50 years. Pop in and taste some of their delicious meals with weekly specials, or make it a date each Wednesday for pot and palmer night for just $20. Check out the menu and make a booking by simply searching Ball and Chain Simpson on Facebook. The Ball and Chain, open every Wednesday to Sunday.
Opportunity, growth and stability. That's what AKD gives locals, a chance for a fresh start at a leading local organisation, offering 4-day working weeks between Monday and Friday, a shift pattern that may suit your lifestyle, and the ability to progress your career. AKD has a range of different options available, including machine operators, forklift drivers, truck drivers and more. So why not set yourself up with a position at Australia's largest sawmill business, AKD. For more info, visit akd.com.au.
Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Lockie. We're physios at the Cryo Bay Sports Treatment Clinic.
We're running a twice-weekly exercise program at Bluewater for people with hip or knee arthritis called the GLAD program. So if your legs are painful, weak, or stopping you from doing the things you want to do, join our 6-week GLAD program to become strong again.
Call the clinic today to organise an assessment or book online. At the Cryo Bay Sports Treatment Clinic, we love keeping people active and healthy.
Oh, come on, Rav. That wasn't a... He just died.
Oh, shut up.
Wait, it's just $6.95 for a giant snack bag at KFC. Shut up and take my money. Let's go.
Not everywhere and not forever. Pick up only.
A new range of footwear has landed at Sports Power Colac, including the latest Asics netball shoes. Perfect if you need a pair in the lead up to finals. Give yourself the edge with new footwear from Sports Power Colac. Your local experts, Murray Street Colac.
Powered by KFC Colac, AKD Softwoods, Sports Power and Kelly Civil Construction. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, it's quarter time here in the Indigenous game, and it is Birregurra, as you can imagine, in complete control. They lead 4-2-26 to Birregurra, to Apollo Bay rather, yet to score. Indy Paddock kicked a couple of absolute rippers and turned it up one at quarter time. Took a very good grab, went back from a very difficult angle, went back and kicked truly. Stavcom stats, AJ.
Yeah, looking at the free kicks in that first term, not many, Drew. 4 free kicks, that is, to Apollo Bay and 3 to Birregurra. 16 hit-outs to Big Marshall McDonald, the Apollo Bay side. So if Levi Dare's record's going to get taken today, Drew, it's going to be from Big Marshall. Ben Matheson, 8 hit-outs for the Birregurra side, 1 also to Indy Paddock. The major stats winners for the home team, the Apollo Bay Hawks, a couple on 7, Drew. Tristan Smith, 6 kicks, 1 handball. Also Mitchell Ash, 5 kicks, 2 handballs, 2 marks in that first term. On the Birregurra side of things, couple on 8, Drew. Ollie Butler, 5 kicks, 3 handballs, 1 mark. Jack Parker, 3 kicks, 5 handballs and 2 marks. Also 7 to Andrew Kelly, 5 kicks, 2 handballs, no marks. And Jimmy Rowan, 5 kicks, 2 handballs, 1 mark in that first term. Those are the leading stats winners. Thanks to Stefcom, Drew.
Round the grounds, thanks to Thinkwater to Colac Imperials, 2 straight 12. Lead to Illawarra Beck, 1-4-10. And LV 8-3-51. Lead to Western Eagles, 1-2-8. We'll try and get scores from South Colac and Lawn as soon as we have them.
All they have
today.
to do is turn on their apps and just do it. Every other club doesn't, except those two.
So we're about to get set to go for the second quarter, thanks to Kelly Civil Constructions. Here at the moment, the sun bathed at the moment. Next minute, probably for rain 5 minutes. No one know day.
It's about to, you can tell.
Look at that over there.
Grey skies, Drew.
I know, looking at the back of the caravan park. So we're about to get started here. We're underway, as a matter of fact. Pretty hard to hear the siren where we are. Ball's gone to the left half forward flank for the Bay.
It's a foghorn. I really like foghorn siren.
The kick long via Birregurra. There might have been Rowan up towards the 50. Here's Floyd. Sends the kick inside 50 here for the Saints. Bouncing football here. Should favour doing well. They're getting back was Kangas. Ball's still in the spirit and he's happy to take it over, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Says Poolsy. We'll get a boundary throw in. Matter of fact, it was Davis who was getting back there as well at the moment there too.
Difficult to tell players in pretty muddy conditions, Drew, eh?
Right in front of where we are here.
It is.
Commentating from the old scoreboard this afternoon here at the Bay. Boundary throw in. It's gone very, very wide over everybody. Smith been very good. Hand passed in hope, really. Collins dives over the top. Ball pins to him. We'll get another ball up. As Collins gives the ball back to Mark Robb. But he wastes no time. Jeez, tell you what, don't lose. Indigenous umpire shirts look magnificent as Smith goes inside 50. Mark taken here by, I think it might have been Paddock. Here's an opportunity with Butler. Steers it low. Kangas couldn't quite take the mark. Ball actually stayed in play. It was a smart bit of play there from Davis. And sneaking Bowles with a smile on his face. Says the boundary umpire was in perfect position. We'll get a boundary throw in here at the moment. About 5 metres beside the ball. Left behind post here. So boundary throw in here to take place. The 224's McDonald won the tap, went straight down to Davis. Couldn't quite take it. Smith, he's immediately wrapped up by Davis for Birregurra. Ball pinned, will get another ball up. Umpire wastes no time. McDonald punches it sideways, really. We might as well count at that. Cockrell dispossessed. Ball somehow trying to sneak forward. Still in this play. Ash kept the ball afloat and punches it about 5 or 10 metres forward. And we'll get a boundary thrown right in front of us. Kane Learson and the Apollo Bay player there in Monet. We'll get a boundary thrown up right in front of the scoreboard, which reads 4-2 to no score. Indy Paddock 2 goals so far. Boundary throw in. McDonald win the tap down. Ash just couldn't quite take it cleanly. Took his eye off the footy, and he got one high when he went to ground. And he wins himself a free kick, which is what you have to do. Get it first to the footy, and you get looked up to by the umpires.
So Ash at half-back for Apollo Bay, trying to look for their first score. I don't know if they'll kick a goal today. Be interested in the see. It's just going to be one of those tough afternoons. Here's Zybel.
There you go.
He's going to be pinholing the footy, so big chance here for Apollo Bay to move the ball through the corridor, and that's what they're going to do through Lug. Kicks a high one, the centre half forward numbers, though, with the Saints. Come off hands of Ollie Butler. Still trying to press forward again, are the Hawks. Ground level, though, picked up there by Bolsh. Got the hand pass out to Collins through traffic. He sends the ball to centre half forward. It's a floater. Couldn't take the mark there. Was Cockrell. Kicked off the ground. Chance here again now for Cockrell. He's trying to pick up the football. Underneath it again. Got the hand pass over the top to Collins. He couldn't go to the footy as well. Puts in a tackle. Ball up just inside the forward 50 for Birregurra. Kicking to the Caravan Park end of the ground in this second quarter. Left on your radio dials, but you're right on your frequency dial. Not frequency, on the camera.
Oh, Candy sold there. Here's a chance there with Paddock. Oh, they're just mucking around with it at the moment there too. Here's an opportunity. Cockrell went off the ground, couldn't get it off the ground. And I think he might have done his ankle do it too in the process. Hope he's all right. Manane, intercept the boy's kick. Comes out now. Still hunting for the football there. It was Harrison, ball pinned to him, and we'll get a ball up. I think Manane's come off a bit second best there. Cockrell might have rolled his ankle, but he seems to be okay. Bolsh. And an under for the footy again. There's a Ginny now with Withers. Fires at the quick hand pass away. Brew Goodler took his eye off the football. Ash. Collins. Ball pins to him once more. We'll get another ball up. But 35 around from goal. Umpire waste no time. McDonald wants to tap down. Collins. Learson. Brilliant handball through traffic to Paddock. Oh, it's held a bit of candy and he took one of on too many. Well done by the big fella for Apollo Bay. McDonald showing good signs. McDonald is going to come back around the mark. So he's going to go back and take a free kick. It was a good tackle too from Mindy Paddock. I think he's just trying to show off. He wants a second East Hotel voucher, but we have to give it to someone else. But pretty hard to on a day like today. So the free kick to be taken by Marshall McDonald. In defence. Chipping ball's okay. It finds Nelson. Leo Nelson has it now inside defensive 50. He decides to go on the outer side of the ground. Good contest there from Rippon. Punches the ball forwards. Up towards centre wing it goes. Kelly Price and good pressure. And the ball's just pinged in there. Not coming out whatsoever. And we'll get a ball up right in front of the change rooms here at Apollo Bay. Not far off from the social rooms here at the moment. Matheson wins the tap down. Well played by Rowan. Drew through heavy track, which is not easy to do. Good tackle there on Ash. Ball pinned, ball up. 50 out from goal. And taking there for Birregurra there. There's a swarm of players want that footy. Sort of like stacks on the mill. Everyone wants it all at once. McDonald wins the tap down. Coming through again was Withers. Couldn't quite take it. Kick off the ground by might have been Rowan. It might have been, in fact, it was Parker. Parker intercepted a really good smother there. Apply some good pressure. Ball's still in the spin. No one really wants to go to the footy. Can you blame him really on a day like this? Bolsh got one high. Umpire said play on. Snaps the ball inside 50. Here's an opportunity. Went through the hands of Kangas, but fortunately for Apollo Bay, it just went through his hands. We'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket here. 4-2 plays nothing. Going okay there, AJ?
Going well, mate. Looking forward to a big day from Marshall McDonald on the Stevcom stat sheet. About 26 hit out so far.
Looking good so far. He's got another one there. Still in the forward pocket here for Birregurra.
Leeson.
And it's been kicked off the ground there by Kane Learson, our first score of the second quarter. He's a behind. 4-3-27 the Saints. Apollo Bay yet the score. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard. 6.5 minutes gone.
Well, someone's kicked long.
That's Kangas.
He's kicked it long. It's gone down the middle of the ground now. Big opportunity for Apollo Bay. Tackled there by Floyd, though. So it'll be another ball up in the middle as the rain starts to tumble down here at Apollo Bay Recreation Reserve. Wherever you are, send us your videos or photos of the ground that you're at the moment. We want to see the weather around the ground. We're stuck here at Apollo Bay. We've got games at Illawarra. We've got games in South Colac. We've got games at Lorne. I'd love to know what the weather's doing at your ground. So send it through one of our socials on the Facebook or on the Instagram as the ball's kicked forward there for Birregurra. Chance now for Learson. He's tackled straight away. Kangas is there for the Hawks. Picked up for Apollo Bay, and it'll be another ball up.
Got a weather report. Apollo Bay, it's 10.3, but it feels like -2.
Oh, yeah, exactly right. So it's -2. Here's a chance now for Withers. He puts it inside the forward 50 Birregurra. Harrison!
Well done.
Harrison takes a Leo Barry mark of the day. That's a Class Harvest centre mark of the day. And he kicks it out defensive 50. Hard to see because that rain
really
is
hard.
coming down like cats and dogs, like Hawks and Saints. Here's Kangas. He kicks it to the grandstand side here. No one can take the mark. Still bouncing football. Apollo Bay now, chance on the outer side. And old Drew, can you see that?
Oh, I try my best. The ball's gone.
Tailing now.
Yeah, it is indeed there, and I can feel it coming straight into my face. Ball kicked long out towards centre wing. Bouncing footy here. I'll take his off. The footy was Manane. Ball still on centre wing. Lag, that's home on the footy. He dropped the footy. No, play on Sakul. Ball still in the dispute. Comes out now, and the ball's kicked on for Birregurra, and it's going to go. No mark taken by Bolsh. Still in dispute here. Well played in the end there by Manane to Kangas. Hand pass away. Here's an opportunity with Collins. Intercepted the footy. He goes long for goal, and it's off to the left, and it's stayed left and through for one behind. It is absolutely you-know-what coming down at the moment. I won't do what Brian Taylor did.
Teaming rain, Drew.
I was going to do what Brian Taylor did, not triple him at the FCG, but I won't go there. 1 goal, 1 for Darcy Collins this afternoon. 4-4 to no score. Looking at the radar there too, there's a couple more showers coming down. Gee, this is the heaviest it's been all day. And it's going to go over the line. Is it? It's still in play. We'll try our best to see what we can come up with. And it's boundary throwing nonetheless. It is not a sight you want to see on a day like today. You can't see because you know it's pretty miserable when you can't see the hills. We're coming there, not too far away from the ground. Here's an opportunity now. Snap for goalie by Paddock. Has a shot, and it lands about 5 metres short, and it's bounced over the line. We've got a boundary throw in. Right foot pocket. Once again here at the moment.
I'm glad you can see, Drew, because I can't. I can't make it out. I can't make it anything.
I'll try my best, mate, to do what we can do. Boundary throw in. Comes out now. Oh, good tackle there, on Davis. Bolsh, I should say. Learson. Hacks to kick forward here. Punched away that time there. Oh, to a dangerous territory. Comes out now, Butler. Switch the hand pass out wide. There's about 40 players inside 50. They all wanted that piece of action. Said, bugger this. We're going to go up the other end. Ball still in the dispute. Oh, kicked out of there on that occasion there. Well, probably the only thing he had to do there was Gray. Ball still in play. Here's a chance with Learson. Just nice to hack the ball, kick forward. Might work. No mark taken that time. Here's a chance for the Hawks. Oh, going to ground when he didn't necessarily need to was McDougall. Oh, heavy tackle there. Play-ons to call. Kelly, 45 out. That'll bring more rain, probably snow. Goes towards the forward pocket. Parker couldn't quite tackle it. Kick off the ground, Hudson Harrison. Bouncing towards defensive 50. And it's gone over the line and out of play. And we will get a boundary throw-in, which we will take place 55 out from goal. It's not a pretty sight out there, that's for sure.
I reckon if we invite the players into this box, they would definitely jump to that. So boundary throwing 55 out from the Birregurra goal. Have kicked 2 behinds this quarter. They're 4-4-28. Apollo Bay yet the score. Gone inside 50 probably just the one time. Here's Learson. Kicks in hope. Wasn't good. Intercepted mark here, so a chance here now for Apollo Bay.
That was right, Janorka.
Yeah, right, Janorka. He switches. Again, chance here now for Butler. Hand passes the Withers. Parker, his kick was smothered by Kangas underneath it. Right, Jorka's there again. Here's Floyd for Birregurra. Quick hand pass backwards again. Here's Kelly. Sends it inside the forward 50. Bouncing ball. This way, that way through Collins. Hand pass, looking for a teammate there. We're about 20 metres out from goal. And it's going to be a stacks on, ball up. 25 out from Birregurra's goal. That rain. Oh, gee, you can bottle it and make $1 million from bottled water because it's a bit extreme, isn't it, when you see days like today. It's free out there.
Oh, brilliant. And that is a point. I think it was Withers that kicked it.
So behind a Withers out of that stoppage. One behind there. So they're 4-5-29 Birregurra. I don't even think they have to score for the rest of the day, and they've going to win this one. Apollo Bay yet to score. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Ashton Harrison, hand pass. Well, a bit tricky, but they seem to get it out defensive 50 all right.
Mark. Good mark.
That's a good mark on the outer side.
Paddy Lugg.
So Luggy's been pretty good, hasn't he, Paddy Lugg? Probably one player that's really tried hard early in really trying conditions here.
Oh, Paddy nearly got the hand pass.
Got it over the top now. It's been turned over again. They go inside the forward 50. Birregurra bouncing ball. Again here through Kangas. This way, that way at the blind turn. Collins kicked. Wasn't good. Intercepted. Marked here by Learson. He goes inbound looking for Jimmy Rowan. He couldn't take the mark. Everyone's slipping and sliding. It's like watching Disney on Ice. But here at Apollo Bay in the footy ground.
Well, this is a bit of Waverley 1992 all over again.
It is. It's hard to commentate.
It
Marshall
is.
McDonald wins the tap out. Punch forward there by Parker. Who snapped that out of that corridor?
Who was it, Drew?
It's Jack Parker.
Jack Parker. And it's a behind, though. So they're kicking some good behinds. And they go to 4-6-30. Apollo Bay yet the score.
There's poor little boundary umpire sitting on near the van. He can't even see.
We can't see. I reckon we're about to clock off here, boys.
Yeah, I
Can't
reckon.
see. It's 13 minutes and I'm feeling every one of them.
Get a bit of a coffee on hand on display in a minute, I reckon. This is
adrenaline.
Yeah, this is extraordinary. Oh, good kick out of the pack by Floyd, and Parker's taken the mark. 30 metres out, but I know. Look, this is Gear kicked it probably from about 70. Gee, this is extraordinary.
Biblical, Drew.
What's that?
Biblical levels of rain.
Oh no!
I was Ark's about to form up here at the pier up here at Apollo Bay.
We might have to build one soon in the way this is going. We've had enough rain as it is during the winter already.
I just got my invite for it, so you guys not on that
Parker,
list.
35 metres out, stabs the kick, and it's good. Nice one from Jack Parker, and he liked that one. And Jack Parker kicks his first goal, and it's a goal of the day contender in the conditions.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
Very, very good player, Jack Parker. Underrated. We seem to forget how good of a player he actually is. And he's really on that display this afternoon. And finally, we got a goal kick that's taken 14 minutes of the second quarter to get one. They go on to now 5 goals, 6:36. Apollo Bay get to score. We played nearly 14 and a half minutes in this second quarter thanks to Kelly Civil Constructions, Greg Allen Farm Machinery score. But Jack Parker, that's his 74th goal at senior level here in the Colacan District League.
He's kicked some big bags, hasn't he, over that time? So it's absolutely teeming down. It is. Someone's got the shower on absolutely full. Have you ever seen that Seinfeld episode when Kramer and Newman got that shower head? That's exactly what it is right now. As Birregurra moved the ball forward. Paddock, hair pass for Butler, missed him. Butler tries to gather the football. He goes backwards now. Chance here again for the Saints. They go across their 50. What can they do through Cashman? He puts it inside the forward 50, a dribbling pass. Chance for Butler. Gets out of the tackle. Hair pass went to Ash, but he slipped over his own footing. Stacks on this one. It's a ball up. I think I'm calling different names, but I don't care. That rain.
That's who's getting the stats, Maxie.
Yep.
Monet's got the kick, though.
Monet, hair pass wasn't good. He's Butler again. He's having plenty of the footy. I know what he looks like. Miss out and kick. Butler's there lurking again. Chance here again now for someone from Birregurra. It's all ground level. And it's a ball up. Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold should know that. He's got 15 in long sleeves.
This is tricky, Drew, I tell you.
I know.
This is like going through the Matrix / the Labyrinth at the same time.
He kicked the trying to leg that, and he like sweet chin music someone.
I'm about to see a whale out there in a minute.
Ball's gone half forward. Coming through Learson. He dropped the footy. Play on the call. And we will. No, ball's still gone on. Comes out now. Kicked out of there by Ash. Up towards the half forward flank. Well played in. Oh, that's a rugby throw, surely. Oh, coming in very, very hard there was Collins. Ball pins to him and we'll get another ball up.
So with Westlake, the series, Maxie, what about an episode where it's biblical levels of rain?
Yeah, I reckon you'd base it on the mid part of the year, like right now.
Okay.
Biblical parts, and it'll be a very emotional game, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon I would have thought too. The ball for the Bay goes inside 50.
I don't know how I'd make it emotional. That was a really strange topic.
Hayward switches across the face of goal, and it's good for Kane. Finds Lockie Cashman in the back pocket. So Cashman goes
just let Apollo Bay get a goal. Just let him get a goal.
Yeah, why not? McDonald there over the top of the footy. Guys, some good pressure. Smith, kick ricocheted off him. Matheson lays a heavy tackle. Sorry, everybody, for listening. We're trying our best given how bad the weather is today. play's gone on, and we'll get another ball up.
I think we're around the grounds. Colac Imperials 3-3-21. Illawarra back 1-6-12. Could you imagine? It's cold here. Imagine what a wow would be like right now.
It'd be very, very breezy too. The inside 50 again here for the Hawks. Well played on that occasion there was Cotton. Running in defence now. Coming through once again now. Kicked there on that occasion by Bolsh was a good one. Mark taken there. Here's an opportunity there with Rowan. Rowan sends the ball inside 50. Harrison there. Dropped what he should have taken. Young Hudson. Clever little handball from Paddock. They're queuing up again. Withers went to Grand there. Pretty hard to keep your feet on a day like today. Everyone stopped there for some reason. I thought a free kick would have been picked out. Nonetheless, this ball gone to the wing. This is a genuine heavy 20 here at Apollo Bay. Arnold. They're all going up and down in the one spot at the moment. Floyd. Hand pass back to Arnold. Arnold now sends the ball up towards about 60 metres from goal. Through the hands there of Smith. Couldn't quite take the mark. Ball goes to ground. Paul Penn will get a ball up. 36 plays nothing. 18 minutes gone in the second quarter thanks to Kelly Civil Constructions. Greg Allen, Farm Machinery scoreboard, and it is a genuine slog out there.
Matheson wins the tap out for Birregurra that goes nowhere. Kelly's lurking as well, wants the football. Kick was smothered there against Cotton. Chance here again now for Nelson. His kick was smothered. Arnold's on top of this ball for Birregurra. Somehow comes out from Floyd. He's magical. He sends it inside the forward 50, top of the goal square. Couldn't take the mark, was Cockrell. It's in the left forward pocket. Here's Learson. Picks up the football. He switches, it was Bolsh. Kicks it there, finds a teammate. Class over centre mark of the day. Good work there by Bolsh, the basketballer, the Scott Pendlebury of the league. And Jimmy Rowan's taken a class over centre mark of the day right in front of goal. And he should go back and kick this right into the caravan park. It's about to get a redevelop, I think. Might be a sensitive topic down here as Rowan goes back straight over the goal umpire's hat. He's kicked his first goal of the afternoon. He's been impressive. And Birregurra go to 6-6-42. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Apollo Bay yet the score. And we've gone 19 minutes in this second quarter of football thanks to Kelly Civil Construction, who, Christian Kelly, renowned goal kickers, kicked over about 1 million goals in this league, missed the goal from 25 metres out, didn't even make the distance in the reserves today, earlier.
Pretty hard with
it. If you're listening, Christian, we love you.
Pretty hard with a heavy ball, I would have thought today, I reckon. In the winds, he's kicking them with a pretty stiff breeze.
He's kicked 1 million goals. He should have kicked that one. He was not happy either, was he, AJ, with that?
We love Christian. G'day to him if he's listening. Do you reckon he would be, Drew?
He'll be at the ground somewhere.
Yeah, he will be. Yeah.
Obviously, his Tigers had a big win on Thursday night against Sydney. They were gone at half time too. In that bed.
Did you call it at half time? Because you're
I didn't
naturally doing that lately. Do you know that?
I actually tipped Richmond, so that was actually a good thing. I had to flick it on the cricket.
You jinxed Lorne and you jinxed Alvey.
Oh, it's my fault now, is it? Back to the game we go. We'll try our best to call the game as we can see it. Arnold, his kick was smothered. So he put his head back there, and a free kick will go to Apollo Bay. And it's going to go to, I think there might be Ash again, is it? Well, might as well make it up as we go along because half the players are covered in mud. And he's kicked going about 5.5 metres. Well, we can't give him the clanger today but because it's a heavy ball. Heavy tackles going in, and we'll get another ball up.
Can we give the weather the clanger of the day, Drew?
We'll come up with something unless one of us buggers up something, which we probably will. I gave myself the clanger today from something I did the week before.
You did.
I was happy to admit that. McDonald thumps the kick forward inside 50 here for the Hawks, but it's quickly been intercepted by Learson. He marks and quickly plays on the centre of the ground. It goes, Roll was brilliant with a heavy ball and kicks inside 50. Changa's got in front, what you need to do on a day like today. Sends the ball inside the centre of the ground. It's a good kick too. The mark taken here by Roger Norker. He takes the mark on centre wing. He goes to the side, but it works nonetheless. Here's Aston Harrison. Hand pass to Roger Norker. Put his teammate under all sorts of pressure. Should have been a free kick. Umpire lets it go. Floyd has it now for the Saints. He goes inside 50. Free kick being picked out at half time. So we can't hit the siren, unfortunately.
No, we can't. No.
That was a really short quarter.
Yeah, 21 minutes that went for, but it's half time, and Birregurra lead this one by 42 points. 6-6-42 to Apollo Bay yet to score. It's been tough going out there, as you can imagine, for both sides. But Birregurra on a mission at the moment to go into the top three. As the live ladder stands right now, they currently sit in third spot. Given the Colac Imperials are on top at the moment, doing a good job too on top of the Bombers. The goal kickers, Indy Paddock has a couple singles to Jimmy Rowan. Jack Parker, Harry Cockrell and Darcy Collins as well. We'll take a break here on FNL Live. Back to recap the first half. We won't see many highlights, unfortunately, given the weather. Around the grounds, thanks to Thinkwater, also Theodore Podiatry Group, and we'll have a look at what's happening at the Gabba between Brisbane and the West Coast Eagles. So stay tuned here on Mix FM. Back with the first half wrap-up after this.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live.
Carrie and Tommy. It ain't our fault if you don't like good mates giving it to each other. Hey, can I borrow your lip balm?
No way, cold sore face.
If you don't like Carrie and Tommy and things that are funny, well, it ain't our fault if you don't like big, silly adventures.
Boxing. World champion Tim Zoo.
It ain't our fault if you miss out on the fun. Hey, Carrie and Tommy, back to drive you home Monday.
Mix FM.
Keep up to date with the best new listings, sales and rentals across the region. Follow Ray White Colac and Ray White Camperdown on Facebook. Australia's largest real estate expertise combined with local experience. Ray White, the Mix FM Business of the Month.
Do you or anyone you know suffer from heel, Achilles or foot pain? It can affect not only your daily activities, but also your ability to perform on the sports field. Theodore Podiatry Group offer all the latest treatment options for soft tissue injuries, including the only evidence-based extracorporeal shockwave therapy machine in Colac. To find out more, call the team and let them assist you to stay at peak performance both on and off the field. Theodore Podiatry Group.
One of the oldest prisons in Victoria celebrates 170 years with something new to discover each visit. Walk through history at Geelong Jail and learn the fascinating and oftentimes spooky history. See exhibitions on Ned Kelly, Chopper Reed and many more. Don't miss the famous ghost tours. Experience the 170-year history of this once maximum security prison. Geelong Jail, open 7 days, 12 till 5 p.m. geelongjail.com.au.
The Ball and Chain, at home in Simpson for over 50 years. They can cater for your next function, from a birthday to an engagement or just a small family get-together. Just make sure you book early to avoid disappointment. The Ball and Chain, open every Wednesday to Sunday. Search Ball and Chain Simpson on Facebook.
Australian Lamb Colac, Colac's largest employer, processes product that is exported to over 70 countries worldwide. ALC hold their dedicated workforce in high regard with set shifts, which means no rotating rosters, on-the-job training and certificate training provided. Contact recruitment at alcolac.com.au to discover your next career opportunity. Australian Lamb Colac, a world-class lamb and mutton processing facility, delivering a world-class product.
Oh, you're gardening now? How am I supposed to work? Oh, shut up! Wait, KFC are doing 8 wicked wings for just $8 online? Shut up and take my money!
Not everywhere an offer ever. Order online and pick up only.
A new range of footwear has landed at Sports Power Colac, including the latest Asics netball shoes. Perfect if you need a pair in the lead up to finals. Give yourself the edge with new footwear from Sports Power Colac. Your local experts, Murray Street Colac.
Can you believe it? Over 90 years ago, a loaf of bread was just 5 pennies, and Raycroft opened their doors to the southwest. So they're celebrating in a big way with a huge birthday sale starting Monday. Save big, 30 to 50% off store-wide, excludes RM Williams. For the guys, find a rack of workwear for just $10, sports coats from $29 and selected suits from $39. Raycroft's birthday sale starts Monday.
Opportunity, growth and stability. That's what AKD gives locals, a chance for a fresh start at a leading local organisation, offering 4-day working weeks between Monday and Friday, a shift pattern that may suit your lifestyle and the ability to progress your career. AKD has a range of different options available, including machine operators, forklift drivers, truck drivers and more. So why not set yourself up with a position at Australia's largest sawmill business, AKD. For more info, visit akd.com.au.
Powered by KFC Colac, AKD Softwoods, Sports Power and Kelly Civil Construction. This is CDFNL Live.
Well, I think we can describe the weather in 1,000 words, but a majority of them aren't for radio words at the moment. Here it's halftime and the Indigenous game this afternoon. And Birregurra currently sitting third on the live ladder, given what's going on at Woori Recreation Brazil. We'll get a score from that shortly. It is 6-6-42. Birregurra leading Apollo Bay, yet to score. Indy Paddock the only multiple goal kicker on the ground. He has 2 goals. In a game that has, it's an absolute slugfest, and I think everyone it's a pretty tough game to call. So we'll try our best to see what we can come up with in the first half there as well. If we had a fair bit of rain, we've had hail, we've had windy. Next we'll probably get snow. Who would know with typical Victoria winter weather?
Sun, Drew.
Oh, mate, we've had everything at the moment. We'll try to go to you, AJ, with some Stavcom stuff because Max is going to take some photos for the netball. Good luck to him, too.
Yeah, that's just right. But, look, Drew, we spoke earlier about the possible record today for hit-outs because there's so many stoppages, but there has been a record in the first half, Drew. So at half-time, Apollo Bay 9 free kicks to half-time. Birregurra 3, 0 free kicks for the Birregurra side in that second quarter. So that's the first for CDFNL Live. Looking at the hit-outs, Marshall McDonald, 36 of the Apollo Bay side. If anyone's going to beat Levi Dare's record on CDFNL Live, it's going to be Big Marshall. Ben Matheson, 13 hit-outs for the Birregurra side. A couple also to Indy Paddock. Looking at the major stats winners to the leading Birregurra side, a couple on 13, but 15 to Ollie Butler, 7 kicks, 8 handballs, 1 mark. The players on 13, Caden Learson, 11 kicks, 2 handballs, 2 marks, and also Jimmy Rowan, 11 kicks, 2 handballs, 3 marks. Both have been really important today. 12 also to Jack Parker, 7 kicks, 5 handballs and 3 marks. Looking at the Apollo Bay side of things, Drew, 14 to Mitchell Ash, 90 kicks, 5 handballs and a couple of marks. He's been very important in that first half. Couple of players on 11, Tristan Smith, 9 kicks, 2 handballs, no marks, and Richard Kangers, 8 kicks, 3 handballs, no marks. Those are the leading stats winners to half-time thanks to Stevcom, Drew.
Yeah, the paper goes flying.
Yeah, everything's happening.
It's all happening here at the moment. It's all happening central here at Apollo Bay. We'll go around the grounds in the Handle League. There's 20 apiece between arch rivals Koroit and Port Fairy, which is a good kicking with the breeze. And gee, it's a shocking day for footy out there. But, and the ground's pretty much not much better than what it compared to what it is here. Other leagues in the Hamlin League, we'll go through that at quarter time scores. Cobden 2-2 14 lead, Terang Mortlake 1-5 11, Camperdown 2-1 13 lead, North Warrnambool 1-2 8. South Warrnambool 6-5 41 lead, Warrnambool no score, and Hamilton 5-3 33 they lead, Portland 1-2 8. We'll go around the grounds and for the CDFNL and obviously try and get some other scores in the GFL as best we can. Have got a Colac Tiger score for you, Trail Geelong West 2-4 16 to 3-2 20. Joey's with the nose in front of Bell Park, and other games in South Bowen and Leopold just got underway. Leopold by 8 points, while Newtown, North Shore and St Mary's lead that one at this point in time. Meanwhile, in the CDFNL, Colac Imperials 5-3 33 lead Illawarra Biak 2-6 18. South Colac 4-4 28. They lead Simpson 2-7-19. So that's a score update from there. Thank you for that, to finally listen to us. Still trying to score a score from Lorne, and we'll have that for you as soon as we can. And LB 12-6-78. That's good kicking on a day like today. They lead Western Eagles 1-8. I'm trying to get some netball scores as we could. And by your thoughts, AJ, thoughts on the first half? That was really difficult to describe.
Yeah, really difficult conditions. But you look at some of the experienced players really putting their hand up for the Birregurra side. The bigger bodies around the footy, Kane Learson, Jimmy Rowan, big on the Stevcom stat sheet, Jack Parker, Ollie Butler, Campbell Floyd's also been really important. He's finished the half with 8 kicks, 3 handballs, 11 marks, 11 disposals rather, sorry. Those experienced bodies, the big bodies around the footy, telling the tale there here today for the Birregurra side. Apollo Bay, they've got some really young players that are trying so hard, but it's just really tricky in amazing conditions, Drew. Gale force winds. It's teeming rain. It's really difficult for particularly young bodies. But Hudson Harrison's one who I really want to mention. So good all season, Drew. He's just about in best and fairest form for the club this year.
I think so, yeah.
And he's finished the half with six kicks, 2 handballs, 1 mark. He's been superb today. I really like his game.
Apollo Bay, look, it's pretty hard on the day like that. It's pretty hard when the ball's been down there, but they've actually shown some good signs, really. They're
working hard.
They're trying their hardest. So McDonald's been really good. Smith and Lager working their backsides. Defence has been all sort of duress, but I think they haven't held up too badly.
Yeah, look, it's really difficult conditions today. I would love them to see the Bay get a couple of goals in this second half, Drew. Give their supporters something to go forward.
And plus, I think I heard a lot of outside commentary. I think it's a little bit ridiculous because this is a team that hasn't played a lot of senior footy together, particularly with some of the players that probably haven't played for a fair while. There's some new kids, Tyson Holt's coming in. Start from scratch, I think, is a really good thing to do. It's not AFL footy.
Well, our mate Harrow tells us that the Thursday night dinners, they never got bigger crowds, Drew. So it's a real good vibe around the club. It's a work in progress. They're going to take a little bit of time to put the results on the board, but we're looking forward to watching them develop and grow. Some of these younger players, younger Ashton Harrison and Bubika Smith of mispronounced that, the debutante today, and guys like this are really going to be the future and the heartbeat of Apollo Bay Football Netball Club, so we're really looking forward to see them develop.
Half-time at the Gabba, which reads Brisbane 10-8-68. They lead West Coast Eagles 2-2-14.
Good second quarter by the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles obviously didn't kick a goal, but they held them to 3 goals in that second quarter. McCluggage and Gunston 2 goals apiece. Well, Liam Duggan, the leading possession getter, with 16 possessions there, with Ashcroft leading possession for Brisbane. Results from the weekend: Richmond by 13 on Thursday night over Sydney to keep their finals hopes alive, and Collingwood won, defeated the Dogs in what was an entertaining game of footy last night in front of 44,000, with Nick Dacos starring, kicked 2 goals and had 30 possessions, and probably another 3 voted, which likely to be a Brownlow winning one, I would suspect. We'll take a break here on FNL Live. Simpson led the netball 8-7 over South College, thanks to Theodore Podiatry, by the way.
True.
It is a good game, just getting into 1 year and quarter time there. Back with the second half here, third quarter, thanks to Sports Power Carlag after this, with Birregurra leading in complete command of the Indigenous game. They lead 6-6-42 to Apollo Bay, haven't scored.
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live.
We'll get you thinking, think water.
Is your drink bottle too big? So big it won't fit in your car? Sick of it rolling under the seat while you drive? Thinkwater Colac has the answer to this one, an insert for your car cup holder. Available in multiple colours, designed to blend in with your car interior. It's such a simple solution that the next time you hit the road, your drink bottle won't hit the floor.
Get you thinking, think water.
Head in to Thinkwater Colac to grab your drink bottle cup holder today.
IP, VoIP, VPN, SIP, NBN, CCTV. What does it all mean? Stevcom knows. They'll break down the jargon so your business gets the benefits of the latest technology. Call Stevcom today. They come to you.
One of the oldest prisons in Victoria celebrates 170 years with something new to discover each visit. Walk through history at Geelong Jail and learn the fascinating and oftentimes spooky history. See exhibitions on Ned Kelly, Chopper Reed and many more. Don't miss the famous ghost tours. Experience the 170-year history of this once maximum security prison. Geelong Jail, open 7 days, 12 till 5 p.m. geelongjail.com.au.
G'day, Lachlan Veal here from Victorian Group Training. We currently have multiple plumbing apprenticeships on offer in the Colac area. If you are interested in a plumbing career, head to vgtc.org.au for more info or to apply.
Victorian Group Training. The spot to stop, freshen up, stock up and relax before you head to Tassie. The Norlane Hotel, the perfect place to drop in before you board the ferry. With the bistro open from 11:30am until 8:30pm, it's the ideal venue for any pre-travel occasion. Enjoy spacious dining, excellent value meals, children's play area, sports bar and plenty of parking. The perfect all-round venue with something for everyone. Open 7 days a week from 9am. The Norlane Hotel, Princess Highway, Norlane.
Oh, come on, Rav. That wasn't a... He just died.
Oh, shut up.
Wait, it's just $6.95 for a giant snack bag at KFC. Shut up and take my money. Let's go.
Not everywhere and not forever. Pick up only.
What did Tom Cruise, Buzz Lightyear and a world full of dinosaurs have in common? The Colac Cinemas. Keep up to date with session times and all the big releases that are coming soon on the Colac Cinemas Facebook page.
What makes you a local of the Great Southwest? You've probably had a swim in the lake. You've found yourself bogged in the Otway Forest. And you love a Holmes Bakery sausage roll. Holmes, the best in the West. Murray Street, Colac.
G'day, Barry here from Colac. I've been with Roderick Insurance Brokers for over 10 years. They've always looked after our insurance, from the farm equipment and business to our home and cars. Give them a call so they can look after you too.
Roderick Insurance Brokers, right advice, right decision.
Mowers are in stock and available now from Mark Benton Farm Machinery Repairs Simpson, your authorised Ferris and Victor dealer. Ferris and Victor zero-turn mowers offer a smoother ride, delivered by 2 or 4-wheel independent suspension together with a steel fabricated deck. Both brands are quality built and made in the USA. They also carry a range of belts and blades for other mower brands and stock a large range of 4-ply and 6-ply ATV and side-by-side tyres. Mark Benton Farm Machinery, 580 Sunday Ridge Road, Simpson.
Powered by KFC Colac, AKD Softwoods, Sports Power and Kelly Civil Construction. This is CDFNL Live.
Yeah, both sides of the umpires back on the playing field this afternoon as we're about to kickstart the Sports Power Colac third quarter, and I'm not mucking around either. Birregurra 6-6-42 lead. Apollo Bay yet to score. Meanwhile, Jason Rowan's having a shot for goal at to Victoria Park at Karoy, with Port Fairy leading by 6 points, 26 plays 20. And he should kick the goal. He's a beautiful kick of the footy. Of course, the Henry League goal kicking record holder. So about the third quarter about to get underway there.
5 the CDFNL.
Yeah.
Record goal kicking just before. Christian Kelly's he's still here.
So
is he listening to us, Maxie?
Well, he's not. He's over in that grandstand where everyone else is. You know what the sad part is about that half time?
Yes.
About this really bad day? There was not one kid kicking the footy out in that ground. If you go to Otway, we've been there and there have been horrible days. And there was kids galore kicking the footies. Doesn't matter if it was rain, hail or shine. It was just a sad sight at half time, this ground vacant.
Round the ground scores. Alvey doing a number on the Western Eagles as expected. South Culloch with the noses in front of Simpson. And the Culloch Imperials lead.
Look at the scoring up
15
going.
points. Yeah, they've got them going.
It's a miracle, AJ.
And they're just waiting for a score down at Lawn at Stribling Reserve.
Yeah, I'm trying to chase that up.
As Linda Knight's about to kickstart the third quarter.
What's she have to wear? Goggles.
According to Emily.
I was going to name names there, AJ. I was going to say it was a funny little observation on this stream that maybe Linda, because she wears glasses when she umpires, that maybe she'd wear goggles. She umpires.
Yeah, so we're about to kickstart this third quarter.
And it's sunny again.
Paul
At least we can see, Drew.
Yeah.
Someone that just keeps tuning in every now and then on the live stream and going, what are these guys talking about? It's beautiful.
Yeah, we're underway. Withers immediately tackled there by a couple of Hawks. Ball pinned to him. We'll get a ball up. So,
old mate in the under-18s that were wearing flip-flops, he was actually putting the water, brushing the water off the netball courts barefooted.
Oh, the typical country footy. We love it. Ball kicked inside 50 there for the Hawks. Hayward getting back, takes a courageous grab. Class Harvest centre mark of the day inside 54. Apollo Bay, they're going to go out wide. Just couldn't quite taking the mark there was Cunnington. Ball still on dispute. In fact, it was Russell. Coming through Matheson, we gives it back to Russell. Nearly did a Cameron Munster, nearly put it through for a try. Coming out Rowan, hand pass and hope really. Smith, dispossessing the tackle. McDonald, applying some good pressure there on that occasion there for the Hawks. Was Bablicka Smith, and we'll get another ball up.
The debutant Drew.
Pretty hard day on a day, pretty hard weather day to make it.
That's enough for me.
McDonald just hacks the kick forward up towards the 50-metre line. Numbers here, though, with the Saints, however. But Apollo Bay going to lock it inside 50. We'll get a ball up there with good result again.
Oh, big upset brewing at Lawn. Got a half-time score thanks to Thinkwater. Lawn 8-5-53. Otway District's 8-5-53. Lawn 5-4-34. Blow the siren early.
No, we don't want a siren gate again from 12 months ago. Ball still in dispute again. Paddock just hacks to kick forward like he can do on a day like today, up towards the centre of the ground, which is a Quagmire. We haven't said that for a long time on CDFNL Live, and that's where it's stuck at the moment. They're letting it go, which is good to see. Butler, kick was partly smothered. Comes out now to Stevens. Hand kick that time from Aston Harrison. Hand passed away. Manane. Hand pass put Hudson Harrison under pressure. Stevens goes back in and under again. Ball not coming out. And Pilsy McCullum says, give it to me and I'll throw it up. So about 25 to 30 metres around from the Saints' goal. The umpire wastes no time, though. McDonald punches it about 20 metres forward for his side. Butler was dispossessed on a strong tackle. Bolsh. Arnold. Couldn't quite take it cleanly. No one really can knock it out, however. Here's a go again through Ash. Gets a hand pass away. Babicka Smith, well played. Comes out now to Smith. Hacks the kick forward up towards centre wing. Bouncing footy. Still in play at the moment. Couldn't quite trap it. And we'll get a boundary thrown on centre wing here. Out of side of the ground. It's about 10 degrees, but it feels like -1. That's all we can describe it at the moment. Boundary throw with no change to the half-time score. We've played nearly 2.5 minutes that third quarter.
Grandstand side, Matheson wins the tap out. He's a chance now through Smith. Sends it up high. Centre half forward area, but Arnold doesn't take the mark, but he gathered the football cleanly and blind turned him, but he actually ran out of bounds as he was doing it. Boundary throw in about 60 out from the Apollo Bay.
I just noticed a couple of players there. They weren't so taking steps. There was water coming off their foot.
It's on top of the water, top of the ground, most of the ground.
Yeah, it is.
On the outer side, where in the middle, it's just a bog heap. So, it's got a few games here for the remainder of the year. You don't want too much more rain on here, but it does become a pool the back end of the year.
Look at
It
that.
is, yeah. All that drainage, that water, looked pretty cool on the stream if you're watching it on the stream.
They kicked on about 3 metres and just stopped.
Learson's kick. There's a chance now again. Stacks on the middle. Remember when the Cats in North Melbourne played? I think it was about 2001.
It was a lot similar to that.
Water.
Yes.
There was about an inch of water on top of the ground, and the Kangaroos kicked 6 goals in the first quarter by just bombing it long, and it just rolled through from the goal square. Here's Paddock. Comes out the Floyd. High tackle. He's going to get a free kick on centre wing for Birregurra. And they'll try and launch into their third quarter and try and get the score. So they go bangs through Floyd. Kicks to centre half forward. Good mark. And Kane Learson's taken a class over centre mark of the day. He's going to wind up. He's going to put it inside the forward 50. Paddock couldn't take the mark in the left forward pocket. Stacks around this one. Chancey now for Collins. He's tackled straight away. He's going to be pinned on the footy. Just dropped it, says the umpire. Free kick to the Hawks.
So the back line holding up okay for the time being, the Hawks. So they're going to clear it out of the fence. I know the kick's a bad one. Caught it in the breeze, and Indy Paddock has taken an intercept mark. And he'll go back and have a shot 40 metres out. He's already kicked a couple. But on a day like today, it's probably about 65 out, AJ. Get with that breeze.
Yeah, for sure. That breeze is unbelievable, isn't it, Drew?
Haven't seen scenes like this at a footy ground for a long, long time. So Indy Paddock has a shot here for about 40 out. Puts it on its way. That's a good-looking kick off the boot, but it's off to the left. Made the distance easy, though. And through for one behind, so he's kicked 2 goals, 1 so far this afternoon. Indy Paddock will finally get a score in this third quarter, which takes them on to 6-7-43. Apollo Bay having trouble to score as yet as Hudson Harrison clears it out of the fence, kicks up to centre wing, through the hands of Haywood. Arnold the back sweeps the ball out wide. Here's an opportunity again with Butler. Hand passed it home, really. I'm not sure who was hand passing it to. Around it was Babbitt with Smith, the debutant. He's going in and having a crack at the young man. He's on top of this contest here. Ball pins to him. We'll get a ball up. So the umpires, I think everyone wants keen to get out of here as quick as they can. Matheson wins to tap. Babbitt with Smith over the top of the footy. In fact, it was Roger Norca. And we'll get another ball up. So it's a true Arctic blast here down at Apollo Bay this afternoon. I think that's not the only place it's affected. We've had a few power outages across southwest Victoria, we've been told. So no wonder why the weather is so bad as it is. And we will get another ball up after all that.
Mother Nature's just a bit annoyed.
Someone's upset her.
Yeah, back in the middle here. No score yet so far in this third quarter. 6-6-42 the Saints. Apollo Bay yet the score.
At least he's giving more effort like Piers Morgan is.
Lark kicks towards centre wing position here. Picked up here by Jimmy Rowan for the Saints. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. It's a floater over the head of a couple of players there. Bolsh was there. Chancing there for Ollie Butler. Grabs it. Goes through the pack. Kicks to the hot spot here. The chance here for Birregurra. But, oh no, here we go. Here we go. Jack Parker grabs the ball, runs into an open goal and slams it through for their 7th. It's a goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He's kicked his 2nd goal, and I reckon the floodgates, well, they have been open for the rain, but I reckon the goals might just start flooding too for the Saints. 7-6-48, Birregurra. Apollo Bay yet the score. Greg Allen Farmer shooter scoreboard. Third quarter, all thanks to Sports Power Colac. In Colac there. And no doubt they'll have the Hawks and the Saints jumpers at the front there. Scores around the ground, Saints to think quarter. Colac Imperials 5-3-33, Illawarra Beck 3-6-24, and Alvey 16-8, 102 leading the Eagles 1-2-8. So South Colac led 28-19 at half time at Stribling Reserve. Lemonite. And at Lawn, it was Otway Districts leading by 19 at half time.
Back in the middle again here. Well, I think we're going to get another shower of rain in the next 5 minutes, I reckon.
It's sunny again. It's sunny again.
It is ridiculous, really, when you think of it. And we'll get another ball up. It is ridiculous. I can tell you that now. Ball thrown up here. Coming through again now. Andrew Kelly wraps up and a bear hug style tackle. And we'll get another ball up. Pilsy McCullough just refuses to ball up on the cricket pitch and he decides to come through at about a couple of metres. Around the footy there, it was Neville. And it's just one of those days today. That's good luck for those people doing the washing the jumpers in the washing machine later over the week, course of the weekend. Floyd Hacks to kick forward up towards the centre wing position. Hudson Harrison underneath it there. Coming through there, Paddock. That band round Paul gave me a thumbs up there. Coming through Hudson Harrison. That was a bit random. Coming through Cunnington. Good tackle, Lyde. Play on the call. Coming through now was Parker. In fact, it was Kelly. Hacked the kick forward beautifully. And the mark taken by Bolsh. Didn't even have to break stride then. Kicks in inside 50, looking for Cockerell, but coming in and taking a good mark was Paddy Lugg. He's tried very, very hard this afternoon for the Hawks. On a tough day for him. It's been a tough year, but definitely going the rebuilding path. And he's been told to go. That should have been down the ground. Umpire missed it somehow. And a good grab too by Tristan Smith. Class half a centre mark of the day. And the Hawks are going to go forward here. And they're going to take it on through the corridor. Just stuck in the quagmire for Ash. No hope there. Turnover. Butler sends the ball inside 50. Beautiful spearing ball. I thought that hit the ground. I thought where I was. But umpire saw it differently.
Just pay those marks.
Davis, I think on a day like today. Kicked inside 50 and it's gone about 30 metres too wide. We'll get another boundary throw in and I think we're going to get another Bobby Moore hail and probably turn into about 8 o'clock looking out there, Maxie.
Yeah, it's a tough day. It is a real tough day. It's one of those days when you're waking up and you're 50-50 you're playing and you go, Coach, I think I've just got a niggle. Got a niggle today.
It's 9.9.
Kick off the ground there by Butler. Almost opportunist there by Ollie, but it's gone out of bounds and the boundary throw in again. What's his stats, AJ? Thanks to Stevcom.
Yeah, 10 kicks, not 10 handballs rather, so he's on 20 disposals. He's doing very well in the Stevcom stat sheet.
One of the Marnie favourites, one with about 16 others at the moment. Ash, quick hand pass. Nelson's kick went straight to Andrew Kelly. Kelly now sends it inside the forward 50. Mortimer's there for Birregurra. Couldn't take the mark. Ashton Harrison there on ground level. Be a ball up right forward pocket for Birregurra. They lead this game 49-0. Surely the Hawks score. Surely they do. Actually, I think it might have happened twice in CDFNL live history that we had scoreless games from opponents. Western Eagles a couple of times in 2015. I think we had them either end of the year. We had them in round one and then at the end of the year when they lost to South Kike when Coxie kicked his 100th. So another ball up. McDonald wins the tap out. Comes out to Harrison. He's tackled in the right forward pocket for Apollo Bay. And another ball up. This is one of those name of games that you just will not watch the replay of.
It's a Skunk checking the score at the Gabba. I wish Brisbane kick a point, AJ. They'll be 11 chicken.
Kicked out of that defence. Comes out to Kelly. This way, that way. Kelly now. He sets it up into the right forward pocket. It's been marked.
That is Davis.
Yeah, Big Davis puts the mids out. He's a class harvest centre mark of the day. I'm calling that one because he was a big pack around him. He put the big mitts out, Matthew Richardson style, and he said, I'm taking this mark, lads. So Davis now should go back. I'm not sure if he can kick it, though. Right forward pocket. Looks like he's going to have a crack, though. The wind slightly died off, but it's still pretty strong compared to what it was. He goes back.
It looks good.
No, didn't make the distance.
And still alive.
Oh, it's a goal.
Still alive, and it's kicked. Everyone stopped. Everyone thought it was a point.
It's a goal, and I think it's called Bolsh, I think.
Yeah, Bolsh has kicked the goal. Even I stopped calling it, and Bolsh has kicked the goal of the day contender.
A Westvic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
I'll tell you what happened there, Max. Everyone stopped, brought the ball to ground, and Bolsh said, nothing happened, so I just picked it up and kicked going myself.
And Drew's right, that rain has come, and it's come in a real race, cats and dog race. What's the score? 8-7-55, Birregurra, Apollo Bay yet to score, Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard.
And I tell you what, AJ will be barracking for Birregurra to kick a point, given there will be 8-56.
I think you're barracking for it, Drew.
And guess what, AJ? Brisbane have kicked a point.
10-9-69.
11 chicken to West Coast 2-3-15, and Charlie Cameron was the recipient of kicking that point. So
Charlie to Harley.
So back in the middle now, and this is I don't know how you describe it.
Well, I can't see, Drew. Put it that way.
Well, I can go out to the scoreboard because that's where we're at the old scoreboard next to the new scoreboard where we are. Ball up, McDonald wanting the tap. Here's an opportunity now with Roger Orker. He kicks inside 50. Here's a chance for the Hawks. Can they get a goal? Ball still on the spew here. Good tackle laid. Pie's going on. Hayward wrapped up by the debutant Babcock Smith. In fact, it was McDougall, and we'll get another ball up. Jeez, this weather better improve, because looking at the forecast for next week's looking a bit better. Coming through now was Arnold.
We're going Otway, mate, so it's going to be heavy showers.
Yeah, I reckon it probably would be. Kelly wraps up a good tackle there on Lug. We'll get a ball up.
Closing up at Wawari at the moment, thanks to Thinkwater. Imps 33, Irrawar about 26.
Yeah, so good game they're going on there at the moment.
Somehow, if we leave now, can we get the last quarter, you reckon? What's it, about 40, 50? Oh, it'll be about a 70-minute drive, I reckon, in this weather.
Yeah, it is indeed on a day like today. Floyd took a really good mark there. Read the kick up the pack really well. Patrick with Smith. Wondering, he thought he'd play it on, but he's going to go to the top. He tried, but couldn't quite get onto it. Hudson Harrison couldn't quite take it. This time he does on the second attempt. He sends the kick up towards centre-half forward. Patrick the Smith's got himself into the game in this third quarter, the young man, so he's doing quite well for himself. White Janorka wrapped up in a strong tackle. Ball pins to him, and we'll get another ball up. So Apollo Bay held up pretty well from most of the ground, but they just can't get it inside their 50. Pretty hard to do when they've got a young side in. Butler, Gold Price, and good pressure. Ball pins to him, we'll get a ball up. This will sort of remind me of the days at playing the games at Moorabbin, AJ, when they played their games there. It's sort of, you can't see a thing and the ground will be covered in mud. So here's an opportunity now with Smith. Tries to break out of the pack and he kicks up towards the 50-metre like this, and with a double fister. Ball still inside the 50 here. What can the Hawks do? Hayward got to kick off the ground. McDougall gets back. He wrapped up in a very good tackle. Ball spilled out, holding the footy. Gee, that's a harsh call on a day like today. I think sometimes you just got to give them a little bit of leeway. Nonetheless, Cashman gets the hand pass to Hayward, and Hayward has kicked up the side of the boot. And Learson did that pretty well, actually. He ran it off the pack and took a mark. Everyone stopped. He thought it was going to be play on, but nonetheless, the ball's come out now to Kelly, and his kick was smothered there. I think it might have been McDonald. He's going to go back and have a second attempt. This time it comes out to Learson. Gee, this is a big downpour. This is probably the heaviest one we've had all day, I reckon. Coming out now was Neville. Went to ground. Nelson, dispossessed. Rowan through traffic. Gets the hand pass away to Butler through strength. Can he get out of the second tackle? He can. Gets the hand pass away in traffic, really, and then the ball just really stopped on the ground. Ball pins to him, and we'll get a ball up. So stopping there on the centre of the ground here. Gee, it is not the best day you would ever see in a footy field, that's for sure. Learson hacks the kick forward inside 50. Kanga's getting back there, got the long sleeves on. Coming through Collins, brought the ball to ground. Kanga's kick off the ground only went about 6.5 metres. Rowan, Withers as a matter of fact, put the ball to ground. Learson fires out a quick hand pass, it was a good one. Coming through there, Bolsh, kick only went about 6 metres. Kangas decides to hack the kick forward as far as he can. That's what you can do on a day like today. Butler, deep in the pocket, gets a hand pass away now to Parker. Parker sweeps the hand pass inside, and with that many players covered in mud, the hand pass to Apollo A player, that was Lug. Here's an opportunity now with Learson. He has a flying shot for goal. Don't tell me! No, it just fell short by a metre. It was a bloody good effort. That nearly went a goal of the year if you kicked that in these conditions. Ball's gone to the outer side of the ground now. It's picked up by Cashman, wrapped up by two Hawks. Should have been holding the ball, no. Kicked out of there by Monet, and it's gone out of bounds on the forward, not far from where where the fan will normally call from. I think we made the pretty good choice to come in here. Floyd to take the kick.
Smart man, Drew.
Yep, you are indeed. Coming through now here was Bolsh. Gets a hand pass away to Hayward. Hayward just sends the kick forward up towards the light half forward flag, and they're going to turn the lights on. That's better. Coming out now, Floyd. Went to ground. McDonald. Over the top of the footy, I think Sally Cannon said, bugger this, we're going to put the lights on. Comes out now to Hayward. Learson. Learson's kick forward, and Kangas there went to ground. Gee, I thought he would have done enough to pay the mark there, I reckon. But umpire gives him that. Ball hit the ground. It was in a good spot, and we'll get a ball up. 8-7 plays yet to score. Nearly 18 minutes gone in this third quarter, thanks to Sports Power Car Lake this afternoon.
Don't throw it to me. This is a tough one. Here's a chance now. This way, that way. Can the Saints get something here? Big tackle at centre-half forward. Is it going to be a free kick to Apollo Bay here? Holding the footy, said the umpire.
Yep.
So, tough call. Sometimes the umpires just don't want to run over and get the footy themselves. So, Apollo Bay across half-back. What can they do? Kick went about 5 metres. It is like a bar of concrete, that is. Here's a chance now for Withers. Withers kicks a high one, the centre-half forward, and it's been marked. Mortimer's got the mark. So it's a chance now for Butler. Switches. Nah, this is foggy, Drew. You're going to have to call it from here.
Yeah, I'll try my best, Maxie.
Right in front of the glass. Not used to the glass, AJ.
I know. Yeah, but that's like the automobile at the old community station.
Kilda and Hawthorn plays in a minute.
Coming out to Parker. Sweeps the handball out wide now. Davis. It's a Butler. Sweeps the hand pass out wide. Gee, pretty hard to call it myself, actually, when you think of it. Collins, 50 metres out, sends the kick inside, 50. Good punch away, that's off from Hudson Harrison. Here's an opportunity now. It's a snap for goal, and he's kicked the goal. And it's a goal being kicked. I've got absolutely no idea. Goal that A contender nonetheless.
A West Sheds and
Stephen Milne.
9-7-61 the no score. We're just going to make it up as we go along, AJ.
Who kicked that, do you know, Drew?
Somebody. Somebody kicked it, obviously.
Okay.
But we'll come back to it. I think it might have been Davis. We'll give it to him anyway.
I'll give it to him.
We'll give it to him, but we can't be absolutely sure.
All right. Yeah.
It's one of those days.
Everyone, forgive my StevCom stats sheet today. It might be a little bit wrong, Drew.
Yeah, I think you're not.
Cameron Wright, maybe. Was it him that kicked the goal? Daniel O'Kelly maybe snagged it. All right, back in the middle here. Matheson wins the tap out.
Or
Shot off the ground there. You can tell it was him. His pure baldness would just stick out a day like today. Which he had there. There's only one bald player out there. Joel Hayward. Joel Hayward's got a few, but I'm not allowed to say that. Gets a bit sensitive about that topic. Ball kicked inside the forward 50 again. Harrison couldn't take the mark for Apollo Bay. Paddock's got the footy. He's tackled. Umpire's going to come in and ball it up 25 metres out from the Saints' goal. They lead 61-0. It's like a soccer scoreline, a really good soccer team versus a not so good one. If it's 61-0. So 25 metres out kicked.
Gee.
Parker's got the footy. He just lets it slip. Nelson's there. Hand pass by Lugg. Picked up here by Parker. Hand pass was smothered. Just bouncing around. Ball up again. Oh, jeez.
What can you say, eh?
Just blow the siren. Shake hands and let's have a gentleman's agreement and just go home. Kelly can't get it. Here's a chance again now through Butler. He just wants to create havoc, doesn't he? Ollie Butler. Good work there by Ashton Harrison. Kick, though, just rolls out of their defensive 50. Hayward was there. He wanted a free kick. Stacks on this one. We're in the middle of the ground all of a sudden. Here, Apollo Bay. It's a rarity to get it out of that sort of forward 50 for Birregurra, but Apollo Bay did. And with a ball up in the middle of the ground. Pye throws it up there. McDonald couldn't win the tap out. Neither did. Comes out to Park. He's tackled straight away again. And he throws in a tackle too. So good play there. Dylan West was among all that too for Apollo Bay. And it'll be another ball up. 61-0. Ball thrown back up there. McDonald wins the tap out. Here's West for Apollo Bay. He's tackled in the ground. And it'll be another ball up again. On repeat. Ball up. Tackle. Ball up again.
Repeat.
Here we go. Matheson wins the tap out. Back on the middle of the ground.
Ball her up.
Ball it up again, Linda. You know you want her. And she's going to do it again. We've been caught in some sort of web of balls up at the moment.
I tell you what, I think on a days like this, I wish Pete Hickey was still here.
That footy's not even red anymore. It's brown. It's just covered in mud. And it'll be another ball up again.
It's been 1960s about this stuff, 1970s stuff.
It's been 2023 at Polar Bay in July. Comes out again. Who's that guy covered in mud? Is that Lug? But they get it forward.
There we go.
Here we go. Oh, pay the mark. Just pay it. Who cares if he dropped it? Comes out to Arnold. Kicked it in the middle of the ground. Chancey now for Rowan. He's trying to pick it up. He's tripped up. And it's three-quarter time. Just when something started to happen. Oh, this is a crap game. 9-7-61 Birregurra. Apollo Bay yet the score. Indigenous game number 2.
I've never seen Maxie so excited at a 61-point game.
We'll be back after the break. Someone, wake me up. You're listening to Mix FM. Are we on an ad break or what?
On Mix FM, this is CDFNL Live. Mix FM. Music sounds better. We've got the new stuff you love.
Watch me dance the night away. My heart could be breaking, but you won't
songs
feel
you know all the words to.
that tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's that night. I believe in a big cool love.
the air at Mix FM and on radio app. Your radio wherever you are.
Upgrade your property with West Vic Garage Doors, your trusted roller door experts. Say goodbye to outdated squeaky doors and hello to style and security. Did you know if you have a pre-existing garage door, you can have it serviced every 12 months to maintain your warranty? Get in touch with the team at West Vic Sheds to make an appointment. West Vic Garage Doors, based at West Vic Sheds and Garages, Princes Highway, Colac West. Check them out on Facebook today.
Organise your next family feast at the East Hotel Colac. Every Thursday and Friday night, get schnit-faced with their Parma specials with 11 varieties to choose from. Regular Parma $20 and loaded varieties $23. The East Hotel, Dalton Street, Colac.
Oh, come on, Rav. That wasn't a... He just died.
Oh, shut up. Wait, it's just $6.95 for a giant snack bag at KFC. Shut up and take my money. Let's go.
Not everywhere and not forever. Pick up only.
True single malt whiskey. It's a beautiful thing. The Amber Nectar, liquid gold. It's something spectacular. And you can sample the best for yourself at Timboon Railway Shed Distillery. Enjoy house-made single malt whiskey over a locally inspired sharing lunch whilst exploring the largest collection of Australian-made spirits in the country. The Timboon Whiskey Experience, 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. True small batch Australian craft whiskey. timboondistillery.com.au.
Reese Evans. G'day, Sean here from Reese Evans. For over 40 years, Kubota Australia has been the leading supplier of agricultural equipment. In that time, they've developed an extensive product range, from mowers, side-by-sides and garden equipment, from the industry-leading small tractors, and now all the way up to 170 horsepower M-Series tractors. Kubota has everything for your farm, including spreaders, speed discs and power harrows. Come check out the Kubota range today.
Your partner in farming since 1951.
Getting into the property market can be daunting, so it's imperative to choose an agent you can trust. At Richardson's Real Estate, trust is at the core of their values and at the forefront of their decision-making. When looking to buy, sell or lease, choose Colac's most trusted opinion, Richardson's Real Estate.
Looking for building materials? Then look no further than Parlour's Home Hardware of Simpson. They have a huge range of timber lines, roofing products, plumbing items and electrical gear. If they haven't got what you need, they can order it in. Parlour's Home Hardware, Barrelmore Street, Simpson.
What do Tom Cruise, Buzz Lightyear, and a world full of dinosaurs have in common? The Colac Cinemas. Keep up to date with session times and all the big releases that are coming soon on the Colac Cinemas Facebook page.
Ben Spokes at We Spoke Insurance Specialist can come to you with the ideal insurance to protect what matters most. You'll get market-leading personal service and advice with We Spoke Insurance Specialists. Find them on Facebook. Authorised representative of PSC Connect Proprietary Limited. Please consider all terms and conditions.
To be a traveller comes with great responsibility. The responsibility to choose from a huge range of new and used campers, caravans, pop-tops and motorhomes. Prestige Jayco Geelong will guide and assist and make sure you hit the road with the best choice. Some 2022 models available for immediate delivery. Free no-obligation quotes from Jayco Finance and Jayco Insurance available. Plus a spare parts and caravan accessories store on site for all your caravan needs. Prestige Jayco Geelong, Bellarine Highway, open 7 days a week.
Powered by KFC Colac, AKD Softwoods, Sports Power and Kelly Civil Construction. This is CDFNL Live.
Well, the last quarter's underway already. We've gone about nearly a minute.
Kane Liston didn't even bring up a huddle. He just made them warm up.
Yeah, it was a weird one. 9-7-61 Birregurra. Apollo get the score. Final quarter underway thanks to KFC. Colour, geez, it'd be nice to be on it after a day like today. Ball's gone forward again for Birregurra. We'll get to around the ground scores and netball scores for their sponsors shortly. Ball's gone to the halfback flank. McDougall fires at the quick hand pass away. This is, in fact, McDougall, as a matter of fact. I think he got the hand pass away from Stevens. Or Gray, take your pick.
That's right. I'll give it to you, Drew.
Yeah, that'll do. We'll just make it up as we go along. Ball pin, we'll get a ball up. We'll go around the grounds thanks to Think Water. Colac Imperial 6-5-41 lead here, or a bag 3-10-28. Well, Dom there has kicked. He's in the 70s. He was on 11. He was on 59 before today, and he's kicked a big bag against the Western Eagles. Here's an opportunity now with Hudson Harrison. I reckon he took a couple on too many, and he's been done holding the footy, and Kane Leeson will take a free kick. 65 metres out from goal. He zaps the ball inside 50. Paddock punches the ball forward. Smart bit of play. Davis. His opportunity with Bolsh. Good handball to Collins. He missed the footy. He actually missed the ball. He actually tried to kick it, and he couldn't get ball with boot. And we'll get a ball up right. Another quagmire in the goal square.
Yeah.
Up it goes. Comes out there to Smith. Smith hacks the kick forward, and it's a good one too. Well played. Mark taken there by Ash. Gets the hand pass away now to Ashton Harrison. Ball's kicked out wide through the hands of Bapicla Smith. Couldn't take it. Coming through Bosch once again. Learson holds up in the pack. And we'll get a ball up there after all that. Also, still haven't got any updates from Lorne. We'll get to that shortly. South leads Simpson, while LB lead by a flat 100 over the Western Eagles. As I said, Dom Dares into the 70s. And with 6 games to go, he can definitely kick the ton. So ball will be thrown up again here. I think this quarter won't go for too long there, I wouldn't imagine. So it'll be an area.
Sure, just have a gentleman's agreement and just get it to the 20.
Is it a spirit of, probably in the spirit of footy?
Spirit of footy. The spirit of the game.
Bowles tried to do start a bit of candy, and he got the ball out of his slipped out of his hands. Bowles comes to ground. That wind's hit me in the face. Coming through now, Harrison. This is Ashton. Oh, can't pass it. Dangerous territory. Arnold tried to pick up the footy. Does so. Picks up the footy. He is tackled by Monet. In the last line of defence there for Apollo Bay. They save a score. The ball will be thrown about 3 metres out from goal. But remember, they can't concede it behind them because they've got get paid for deliver it if they do.
Ball up here right on the top of the goal square. Marshall McDonald, he does that.
Oh, but that's all right, though.
Goes through for a rush behind. First score of the KFC Colac last quarter, 9-8-62. Apollo Bay yet the score. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. Really don't care how long's gone, just need to know how long's to go in this one. So Parker's won himself a free kick here from the kick out. So what he's going to do, if he check sides this, give this one goal at A status, because he's right up against the boundary, almost in one of those caravans at the back there.
This is a very tough kick.
He's kicked a couple of goals this afternoon, Jack Parker. A wild card this season for him. His kick was a floater.
Almost got there.
It's gone through for a behind through Gray, rushed it through for Apollo Bay. So 9-9-63.
AJ.
Yeah, one more goal, Drew.
And Birregurra yet the score is Gray's kick out. Wasn't great. When it comes out to Haywood, he decided just not to pick it up, kick it off the ground. Chance again now for Jimmy Rowan. He's tackled in the ground. It'll be a ball up. We might have the old rinse and repeat like we did in the last 15 minutes of that third quarter. Rob throws up the football, comes out to Kelly. His kick is a high one. I can't even clear out the plays here. They look exactly the same, playing for the same team. Here's a chance now for Arnold. Zigzags his way through the corridor. Oh, there was a player loose in the goal square.
Pretty close there, AJ.
Cheeky there, Gray. Was there all by himself. His kick, though, wasn't great, but there's still a chance here for the Hawks through Kangas. Slipped as he kicked it was Clissold. Chance there again for Arnold. He's been pretty good, actually, for Birregurra today. Chance in now for the Saints. The ball kicked inside. Again, their attacking zone. I'm going to call their attacking zone their 20-metre mark.
Why not?
Gray's there. Hand pass wasn't good. Chance in now for Harrison. Got it back to Gray. Again, Asher's there on McDonald. He just goes for the territory, or he's going to knock it out of bounds. Boundary thrown. Dom Dare's got 11 goals at Irrawilplee, ladies and gentlemen. So he's in his 70s in the goal kicking status. So there's a big chance that he's going to get to the ton. 5-4-34 to 3 goals, 10-28 at South Colac and Simpson, thanks to Thinkwater.
Ball's still in that bog heap. Hudson Harrison lays a very, very good tackle. Should have been rewarded. Umpire lets play go on. Withers or Rowan, they both look alike, but he'll give it to Withers. Arnold, snap through the traffic, has a fired shot for goal. Oh, Gray dropped the sitter. Don't concede them behind, boys. Coming out now was Roger Norker. His kick looking at Tom for McDougall, went through his hands. We'll get a boundary throw in.
Apollo Bay aren't getting it up there in this quarter, I don't think.
No.
I reckon it's all going to be 99.9% up here at Birregurra's
Well,
end.
Drew, we need a 10-9-69 and 11-11-77, don't we?
Oh, yeah, Lord Nelson might be a bit out of reach, but you wouldn't know. Rowan lays a heavy tackle through the hands of Parker. Kick off the ground, that's on there by Stevens, up towards defensive 50. Well played in the end on that occasion there for Apollo Bay. I think it might have been ripping. And a free kick being picked out. It's going to go to the Hawks. To be taken by Smith. So he plays on, runs his full measure. Good kick into the centre of the ground. It's a beauty. And the mark being taken here by Neville. So Neville has got support on the outer side. Marked on the half trolley by Hudson Harrison. Here's an opportunity, but he's kicked into about 7 Birregurra players. Learson is one of them. Arnold. Chipping ball over the top's okay. Oh, there we go. Tripping over his own feet there. Ball still on the dispute again. Back it comes. Russell kicks backwards. And the mark being taken here for the Saints. Who's 42, AJ? Tommy Cotton. I've had to answer my own question. We'll get another boundary throw in after all that. Mark's been paid. Sorry. Comes out near to Hudson Harrison. Can they kick a goal? Here's an opportunity. They're inside 50. Kangas gets back. Learson clears it away. Ball now in a pack. We'll repeat it all over again like we've done for most of the day. We'll get a ball up.
8 minutes gone. KFC Colac last quarter. Indigenous game number 2. 2.1.
Oh, that's a Falcon.
Sort of had one at the back end of the 2021 season. No one was allowed to go because of those silly rules that we had in place. Here's a chance now. Marker for the footy. Hand pass. Looking for Neville. He was under the football, but Jimmy Rowan just has a couple of kicks. And he kicks it forward. Good play. Good mark to Paddock. Got the hand pass out to Learson. Learson kicks to centre half forward. There's some numbers here. Picked up here by Bolsh. Bolsh puts it inside the forward 50. Bounces in the mud. Rolling. Yes. Kicks off the ground. It's a goal to Birregurra. Goal at A contender.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
He snagged it. Cashman snagged it. He cashed in on the lemon chicken, boys, because the Saints are 10-9-69.
Lemon chicken!
And Apollo Bay, you get the score. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. The biggest excitement of the afternoon. That was actually good play. They went end to end. That hasn't happened at all.
They're driven by Kane Learson too.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Darcy Collins that kicked it, actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That was Cashman, 15.
You sure, Drew?
We'll have to check the footage, but who cares, really? I think we'll give it to anybody.
I'll give it to Cashman.
All right, Cashman did cash in. It was money in the bank last week in the WWE.
Otway 9-8-62 lead Lawn 5-6-36 at 3/4 time. Thanks to Thick Quarter.
Big result brewing, Drew.
Absolutely. Ball thrown up back in the middle now. One down by McDonald. Coming through the back of the square was Kangas. Just kicks the ball and up towards the half-forward flank. Bounces inside, up towards the 50 it comes. Good shepherding play. Lets Hayward a good piece of the action. Balls goes to centre wing looking for Parker. And the ball's go over the line now to play. We'll get a boundary throw in. Centre wing right in front of the social rooms. But like I said, Birregurra have got a very, very tough run home heading towards the finals. Of course, the Apollo Bay. I've got South Colac next week at 11 night. Boundary thrown now.
I'd say Apollo Bay have a tougher run because they have to play everyone above them on the ladder.
They do, that's true. And he's just rubbing himself. That's all you can do on a day like today.
I brought out some of those the gags today, boy.
No,
need to bring them out in the last quarter, Maxie.
Yeah, I thought you were going to bring some jokes out.
I couldn't bring my A-grade material because I'm sitting in jocks.
Oh, gee, there's kids listening to this, actually. Ball's back in the water.
Material, get it?
I know. Ball now comes out. Harrison.
Be an idiot if you were just...
Learson has the footy now and just banks the kick up towards the half-forward line. Through to, they clashed each other there, the two Apollo Bay blokes. Collins just hacks the kick forward there. We're trying to just come against as best we can. Stevens goes to kicks the forward now. Hand passed away. Intercepted there. Here's an opportunity. Withers can run it on open goal and put it through.
Bang.
Jimmy Rowan, as a matter of fact. They both look alike.
They do.
And they kicks his
They're
second.
covered in mud.
And it's a goal at A contender for Jimmy Rowan. He's kicked his second.
A West Vic Sheds and Garages goal of the day.
11-9-75 to move on to now Birregurra. Apollo Bay gets a score, and we've played nearly 11 minutes in this case. The Colac last quarter. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard. AJ.
Drew, you know what? If Apollo Bay don't score, that'll be a huge percentage boost for Birregurra, won't it?
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
they'll definitely become one of the better defensive sides, wouldn't they? But at the moment, well, I don't know if the score's been updated. Willoughby, it's 108 to 8 there.
Okay, that's a big percentage.
But yeah,
boost too.
2015 we had two games where opposition scored 0, and that was the Western Eagles round 1 and round 18. 222 points and 228 was their defence that day.
Brisbane by 80 points at 3/4, 70 points. 13-14, 92 to 3-3,
I'm not
21.
going to beat Geelong score, so that scored is Andrew Kelly. Hand pass backwards over the top to Butler, who drives the ball forward. Learson couldn't take the marks at centre half forward. Big pack around this one. Learson gathers the football. Tackled by Monet, but kick was smothered. Chance in now for Smith. He kicks the ball a couple of times off the ground. There's a couple of stats there, AJ. Harrison's there on ground level. Couldn't gather the football. There was Smith who got the hand pass out of that stoppage. Paddock, he punched the ball forward. Chance there again from Kelly. Got the hand pass out. Smothered again. Ashton Harrison was there. His hand pass was smothered. Oh, they just covered in mud. Oh, boy. It's a bit of a muddy wrestle going on at the moment. And it'll be a ball up on the 50 for Birregurra. 75 to nothing.
Carly Tigers 6-7-43 lead the Geelong West Giants 3-3-21 at the West Oval around the ground. Thanks to Think Water.
Harrison just bangs the ball out of defensive 50, but it's going to come back. Chancey now through Butler.
Good tackle.
Oh, not Butler. Sand pass wasn't good. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Apollo Bay. Win the free kick in the middle of the ground. Can they get a score here? Come on. Come on, the Hawks.
Yeah, Brew Goodland's kick to about 5 Saints. Ball on the 50 here. There's one player covered in mud, and I cannot recognise who it is.
Oh, they're all covered in mud. Even AJ's covered in mud.
So a ball will get us thrown up 45 out from goal. Lyndon and I said we're not going to pull it up in the mud, and they're going to agree in the bit of the green stuff. Coming through now. Oh, but I've been really, really good today. He kicks up towards the centre of the ground looking for Mortimer. Couldn't quite take the mark. Well played it in that time there from right to Nork. His kick well as far as Rowan. Rowan kicks to centre half forward. Oh, good mark. A very good mark by Dylan Manane. Class up a centre mark of the day in conditions. Not easy to do. Chipping ball's okay. Finds Paddy Lugg. He's battled hard. Chipping ball off, miss clean bowled Smith, turnover again. Here's Collins there oppositing the footy, 55 metres out, chipping ball inside 50. They can raffle this if they want. Bolts decides to paddle it style, paddles it off to Parker, gets it off to Collins. He's got it, it just took a while to pick the darn thing up. He took about 3 of them on. Bolsh, Parker, he's in all sorts of trouble. That's all in the footy. He took about 1 million players on there. And then Minay kicked it away, but it'll come back.
Round the ground scores, Saints to think order. Imps 6-6-42. Illawarra back 4-10-34. Can the Bombers do it again? Come back from the clouds and win.
Hand passed away by Nelson to Gray. Gray kicks long and it's straight down the throat of Ollie Butler. Marks at 55 metres out. And he's going to go beyond the angle here. Go the top. Ollie, bring us a bit of something to the game. And he's going to play on here, runs to 45, has a shot for goal. It's going to go very close. Paddock couldn't quite take the mark, bounce off his chest. Collins gets a hand pass away, kicked off the ground, only went about 5 metres, and he decides to rush to, what's the call that they did at school? Tunnel ball.
Yeah, tunnel ball.
11-10, 76 to no score. Quickly kicked back in. Kangas went through his legs, kicked through the legs of Collins. Gray, back to Kangas. Kangas chipping balls. Couldn't quite pick up the ball there. I'm trying to pick up who. It's Brew Goodlet. Couldn't quite trap it cleanly. He's taken it and we'll get a ball up. Andrew Kelly just shares a smack of Richard Kangas right in front of us there. I thought, I think we better get out of here. There's not too long to go. McDonald the tap. Brew Goodlet robes it. Hand pass, well tackled there by Matheson. Rowan. McDonald lays a good tackle there on Kelly, but Kelly's good enough to get the hand pass away to Learson. Goes inside 50. Here's a chance now again with Jimmy Rowan. Good tackle that time there. Play on to call. Collins just slams the ball in the boot to about 30 fair from goal. It's a bouncing footy here. Coming through Gray, just kicked up and hope really. Here's Smith. Tried to take a ball on. Through clear everybody there, including Brew Goodland. Players gone on. Here's an opportunity again here for the Saints. I think that was Zybel there.
So, Drew, CDFNL live record for hit-outs from Marshall McDonald.
There you go. Well done to him. And there's another one. Coming through Kangas. Kangas just kicks in hope up towards centre wing. Levi Dare will be filthy when he finds out about it, that's for sure. Comes out to Learson now for the Saints. Through class and traffic. Kicks up towards centre half. Forward through the hands of Benane. Oh, going to ground there was Ash. Wrapped up there by Darcy Collins. Ball pinned.
What is the hit-outs?
So Marshall McDonald's got 67 now.
Wow.
And Matheson?
He'd be, I reckon, 30.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of stoppages, isn't it? That's over 100.
That's Matheson wins the tap. Ball pins to him and we'll get another stoppage.
So usually 60, you'd probably, the opposition be around about that 15, 16 mark.
That's right,
So
yep.
a lot of stoppages today. Umpire throws it up. Matheson wins the tap out. Comes out to Kelly. Tries the hair pass out. And big pack around this one. Will be another stoppage again. So another McDonald can just rack up the record here.
Yeah.
Who thought he'd be the CDFNL live record holder for hit-outs? Oh, no one wins that record.
Yeah, that's
hit-out there.
right.
Comes out to Kelly. He's tackled on the ground. Comes out now to Smith for Apollo Bay. His kick actually went backwards. Bolsh was there. Hair pass. Looking for a teammate there in Smith. He's tackled straight away there by Arnold. Umpire's just letting it go. Oh, no, he's going to be a free kick to Nick Arnold. I've been pretty impressed by his game today. He's really had a crack in trying conditions. He's kicked forward. Couldn't find a teammate on the lead. Here's a chance, though, by Butler. Hair pass was looking for Rowan, but he stood still and Kangas go to the football. Ran into trouble and he's kicked out of bounds on the full.
Oh, we might have the point here, AJ.
We might.
So free kick's going to go to Kane Learson. He's up against the boundary. He plays on.
Oh.
He's going to chip short. It was a cheeky one. Might create something here. Kelly, covered in mud, comes out now to Zybel. Hand passes over top to Collins. Back over top to Jimmy Rowan. This way, that way. Has a shot for goal. And there's your goal and A contender, Jimmy Rowan.
What a goal.
Westvic Sheds and Garages Goal of the Day.
That's a ripper, that one.
And he's kicked his third. And sorry, boys, no Lord Nelson today.
That's
12-10, 82, Birregurra. Polar Bay yet to score. Greg Allen Farm Machinery scoreboard, and we've gone 18 minutes in this KFC Colac last quarter. How's the dance moves there by Jimmy Rowan?
Yeah,
sensational,
I think that's the goal of the day, right
Yeah,
there.
I think so.
Yeah, not easy to do in these conditions. Trying to keep your feet.
The mark of the day is going to be a tricky one, Drew, isn't it?
There's been a few good ones. I reckon Indy Paddocks in the first quarter was an absolute ripper. Went back and kicked truly, so that was... I think we've got the awards already written down already. Pretty easy discussion, I would have thought.
Pete Mulhauer reckons you're making up those stats.
Oh,
Pete.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile,
he gets a bit tough when he's at home by himself, doesn't he, Pete Mulhauer?
Koroit lead up by 7 points against Port Fairy. That's 6 minutes to go on the third term there around the grounds. Thanks to Think Water for those people who are interested in handle league scores. So that's all we can give you at the moment. Matheson around the footy.
Oh, no, Imps are home. 54-34 at Wowrie at the moment.
So,
good win for Imps.
Yeah, that's a big win too.
Cements them on top of the ladder. LV 146 defeated the Western Eagles 16.
Tell you what, that's on there. That's a game between LV and the Imperials in the next few weeks. Could potentially decide who finishes on top of the ladder. As it comes out now to Butler. Beautiful kick finds Mortimer. Mortimer's chipping ball inside 50, looking up for Paddock. He couldn't stop in the conditions. Kangas goes back into it, mops up from the back of the contest. Chipping ball over the top's a good one too. No mark taking that time for the Bay. Mortimer applying some good pressure. Arnold come barging his way through. See Mortimer there. He's like a man possessed. He wants the footy. They're 80 points up. Good tackle laid by Nick Arnold. He's had a very good afternoon, as you said, Maxie. Comes back now. Paddock. Another one, he's had a good afternoon himself. And his kick looking for Parker's gone very, very wide and has gone out of bounds on the full. So a free kick here to be taken by the Bay. We've ended time on now. So I don't think there'll be a lot of time on in this last quarter. Arnold applies some good pressure. Turnover again. Collins setters the ball. And he's got a player by himself. I don't know how that happened. Shot for goal towards the top of the square. Rowan's got the sit. Couldn't quite take the mark. Quickly recovers. Starts through 30. And he's missed it. Through for one behind. So they go on to 12-11-83. Apollo Bay failed to score. And we played 20.5 minutes in this KFC Colac last quarter. What will be to go to KFC meal at the end of a cold day?
Zinger.
Yeah.
Just a zinger. Don't even worry about the chicken. Just have the zinger sauce and just go, drink it, shot it.
What about you, AJ?
Yeah, that sounds good to me, Drew.
Coming from a guy that has chocolate milk for breakfast some mornings. Ball come for, heavy tackle laid. Ball pound, high tackle's been awarded. So free kick will go to Birregurra. On centre wing, and it'll be taken by Russell.
He drinks Nesquik, old AJ over there.
Hand kicks, finds Learson, went to ground. Gets a hand pass away to Hayward. Hayward's an end-on-end ball, that'll work. And finds Andrew Kelly.
Tell you what, he's been all right, Kelly. He's been good. Everyone's slowed down to his age today. Yeah, and he's been really good.
Beautiful kick. And finds Indy Paddock. Another one's had a good afternoon himself. Players shifting forward.
Oh,
Siren beats him, but it doesn't matter because Birregurra will go into the top three. given what's happening at Warrawee as we speak at the moment. And they have come out here and completely outclassed Apollo Bay 12-11-83 to Apollo Bay, who failed to score in pretty miserable conditions out there this afternoon. Rowan finished with 3, Paddock finished with a couple, Collins finished up with a couple on a day that Birregurra AJ come out and did what they needed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mentioned, Drew, keeping the opposition to nothing will boost Birregurra's percentage huge. You'll give them a big confidence boost as well going forward into a tough 6 weeks to finish the season. So it's all shaped up for Birregurra to play a big role in the finals this year. For Apollo Bay, well, we've spoken about them a lot. They're building. They're a young team, a lot of locals. So they're going to be a work in progress for a couple more years. But they battled on hard today. I was particularly impressed with young Hudson Harrison. He's a great leader, I think, of this football club. And it's just going to be a bit of time for for Apollo Bay, but Birregurra, a very good win today, Drew.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do, and now that win has put them into the top 3 after that result at Warrawee Recreation Reserve. We'll go around the grounds thanks to Think Water and also Theodore with Hydro Group before we take a break and kickstart our East Hotel post-game show. Here we go there as well. Colac Imperials have just kicked another one there, 9-660, lead by 26 points over the Bombers, who are 14-34. LV 23-8, 146 to the Western Eagles, 2-4-16. South Colac was 6-point leaders over Simpson, 4-34 to 10-28. It is a very close game. While at three-quarter time at Sidling Reserve, an upset brewing at the moment there. Otway District's lead by 26 points over Lorne. Dom Dow, just going to update, finished up with 14 today. Well, on a day like this, that is a bloody good effort. So good on you, Dom.
Unbelievable effort.
Takes him to 73. He needs 27 more for the ton with 6 home and away games to go, and that is definitely achievable before the finals.
Yeah, well, I know the Country Footy Scores on Twitter, Drew, every week, puts up the leading goal kicker in the state for every week, and I reckon Dom will be up there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely indeed as well. We'll come back, we'll talk a bit more after the break here on the East Hotel post-game show, go around the grounds. So Think Water, also Theodore, Podiatry Group, we'll get some AFL scores, some Stefcom stats, and we'll try and fit everything as best we can because we've got a fair bit of time up our sleeve.
We do.